that little pause. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to episode 3 of Hard Reads, a podcast dedicated to the fighting game community. I am here with 3 of the boys, Elijah, Jalen, and Charlie. We've had Jalen, and Charlie had a long night last night, so we apologize if there's any yawning or anything like that.
All that yawning is going to come from Brandon. Like I'm about to no sleep life. Right?
2 hours of sleep is enough hours of sleep.
Literally 6,
bro. 30 minutes.
6:30 in the morning.
Yikes!
And fucking Ian was the last one up. Like, he was literally the last one up at like.
We're never going to get the follow to a story on him.
I know.
Playing Sam's show.
Yeah. Ian had a longer night than us, and he sent me a message this morning when he got him. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not coming. I'm just gonna fucking crash on my bed." So I'm like, "All right."
I respect it.
Yeah. No, that was a long fucking night with a lot of drinking, and I don't blame him at all for that. I don't know where Isaiah is, so hopefully both of them will be on episode 4, but it's besides the point. We don't really have a main topic to talk about this episode because there is a lot of news that was covered within the past 3 weeks.
I just realized looking at the docket that there was something that I forgot to tell you about that is happening this week.
Mm-hmm.
So I will bring it up later.
Oh, okay. Well,
because I guess we just don't care about Soul Calibur around here, but it's okay. I'll be that guy.
Hey, I like Soul Calibur. I just don't follow it as harshly as I did.
But do you wanna talk about that right now then?
Sure, might as well.
All right, fuck it, Jalen. Let's go. Hit us with that hot Soul Calibur news that I completely forgot to update the document for.
Season 2 starts this week.
Oh shit! Nice.
Season 2. The patch comes out tomorrow, the 25th. And Hild comes out on Tuesday, the 26th. So right. we're getting balance updates. Everybody's getting new moves. They're introducing 2 new mechanics. One of them is called Soul Crush, where you spend a whole bar to do a special move, which is kind of sort of reminding me of how EX moves kind of took over supers in Street Fighter 4. Because it's like, why would you hold on to the meter for a super in Street Fighter 4 when EX moves are so much better? So I'm a little worried on how that's going to work with the game. And then they introduced a defensive mechanic, which you spend half a bar in, and I forgot what that's called. And I kind of sort of forgot what it did. I read it like 2 days ago.
Is it called Breakaway?
No, it's not called Breakaway.
Is it called Breakaway? Oh my lord! Please don't.
But like both of those, I think it's season 2 is going to be interesting. I can't wait to see what happens. But the girl Hild's coming in. I don't have any money for the season pass yet, but. When I get it, I'm gonna pick that shit up.
My whole thing with Soul Calibur in general is that every character that I can gravitate to is only in the game for one iteration.
just play Keelik like everybody else.
Unfortunate.
Have a pocket Keelik, dude.
Maybe I'll go to Nightmare just cause big Buster Sword. He's got armor. He's cool. But outside of that, like in Soul Calibur, was it 5? I played Zwei.
Ew.
And listen. He had
a wolf. I got it.
He had a short sword. He had a short sword and a wolf stand.
Yeah, he had a wolf.
His stand was a wolf. And you're telling me I'm not gonna play this motherfucker?
No, I feel it. I respect it.
Also, I found a combo.
He's the most anime character in Soul Calibur. Yeah. It makes me so mad.
His range was ass.
But
he was still godlike. I found a combo that did almost like 3/4 of your health. And best believe I actually won a couple matches at EVO the first year I went for Soul Calibur.
Hey, that's what's
But
up.
he's nowhere to be found now in Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah, he's a piece of trash.
But now I feel like the same case is happening with Grow. Because I would not mind playing Grow. I've not played a lot of Soul Calibur 6, I'll be honest. But I feel like Grow's going to be that character that I could pick up and be like, oh yeah, I'm digging his playstyle in Soul Calibur 7. He's nowhere to be found.
I feel like he has more staying power than Zwei.
Yeah. I mean, I'd hope so.
Like the only reason why all those 5 characters didn't come back is because a lot of people didn't even like him to begin with.
I still like Zwei.
I've been blessed because I made tier in that game, so
yeah, Tier's got like a perfect attendance record ever since 3.
So
meanwhile, the only other character that I would see myself playing is obviously 2B, which 2B? she's not.
Oh, bro, I'm so sorry. She is not.
Yeah,
she's not gonna.
Unfortunately,
guest characters are one and done.
Yeah,
I shed a tear for Heihachi.
Spawn and Link.
Heihachi,
the accidental.
in the same company and y'all don't bring him back? What the fuck? Give me my guy back.
Well, it's because they can't rewrite the story to tie him into the story to make sense. Like a
Bro, his original story was he went back in time to get the Soul Edge because he thought if he got it, he can finally beat the shit out of his son.
Did he run out of suns
That's
to
all
throw
he
off?
needs.
Did he run out of suns to throw off the cliff?
Yeah, somewhere in
Is that
between
just-
now and forever. Yeah, he always does.
He just wants to beat the Devil Gene. He doesn't have it, but his son and his grandson does. They got him fucked up. So he went back in time to try to get the Soul Edge. They could just use that again. Because clearly he didn't get it the first time.
Oh, good info. Any more info for Soul Calibur 6 Season 2?
No, that's it.
All right, for sure. Before we go into the news topics, actually, I mean, it's kind of a piece of news that I found out yesterday. So every summer and winter, I hold a Smash Ultimate tournament, and I have a date for that tournament. It is December 21st. It is Seasons Beatings 2. It's going to be great. I do agree with Larissa's thing about ugly sweaters in a way, but it's just holiday attire. I think holiday attire is fine, like a Santa hat,
Yeah.
fucking anything like that. But yeah, you gotta wear something Christmassy.
I think I could do that. I vaguely, distinctly remember seeing a Blaze Blue ugly Christmas sweater with like Jin's like snowflake on it and shit like that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see if I can find that again or if it was just a fever dream. I'm gonna be mad if it was a fever dream.
Just on the back, it just says "freeze eternally" in Japanese.
Yeah, I want that. Pour that shit into my fucking body.
I'll try to find the best 3 wolves howling at the moon Christmas sweater.
Oh my god.
that I possibly can.
If that didn't scream, hey guys, I made a wolf in Smash. Please acknowledge me. I don't know what else will.
Do you have one of those heavy Mexican comforters with the 3 wolves in the moon on it? If you don't, that's your Christmas present for me this year.
To be honest, I do. And it is sitting directly on my couch.
Oh my
It's
god.
where it belongs.
With this gathered information now, I feel like there's like just some way that Charles just goes home. He has a really good day. Everything was fine. He walks into his room, he picks up his wolf hat or his wolf helmet, just puts it on, and looks into the mirror and just starts to howl. Like I just envision that now.
No, I just have a very close face to face with the wolf head bust that I have sitting in my room.
Oh, that's fucking yikes. But the
Can't
tournament.
let you do that, Star Fox, he says.
Mr. O'Donnell would like to know your location.
But the tournament is actually, I usually stream it on my personal Twitch, but it's going to be on the Hard Reads podcast Twitch. So that'll be the first stream for the Twitch channel for the podcast. So that'll be nice. I'll shoot the link for that when I make the page. It'll happen probably the day of the tournament.
If there are no hard reads during this tournament, we're fake.
Yeah, facts. I completely agree. So, but no, there'll be hard reads. I'm gonna obviously invite the people who place fucking top 8 in stars and spikes. So you gotta have the summer tournament champ defend. But I need Cadell to show up because he's the true Seasons Beatings champion. So yeah,
Defend the title.
yeah, he has to defend the title, and it's actually going to be a title belt this year. I just gotta find out how much that is. Not gonna do trophies anymore. It's gonna be a fucking title belt, and it's gonna be sick.
It's gonna be a trophy, but you can wear it.
A
Yes.
trophy you can wear.
Yo, if I win that tournament, I'm gonna let you know right now I'm setting that belt on fire.
No, you need it for next year,
No, I'm
asshole.
setting it on fire
Oh.
so I can embody Incineroar more. I need him.
Jesus
in my soul.
Christ.
He wants to be the low tier god.
I'm putting up against Cadell first round for saying that.
Why would you
shit.
do that to me? You know what? Go ahead and do it, man. I'll just bust out my pocket Terry. It's good. I have 2 characters now. So.
Oh shit. Going. Sorry, I shouldn't talk into my water bottle. Going into the news topics.
Can't blow out those feelings, Brandon.
Yeah. Going into the news topics. Arc Rebel 2019 actually just happened. And we finally have a name for Guilty Gear 2020 and cleverly named Strive with the IV capitalized for the 4th installment in the
Got
series.
this bullshit
Okay.
name.
And then also in that
It's technically not Guilty Gear 4, but it's a long story.
Technically, it is.
It's weird.
I-
I fucking
I-
hate
if
Guilty
Blaze
Gear's
Blue-
numbering and naming
So,
convention.
If Blaze Blue can have Blaze Blue 2 and then Blaze Blue 2-2 and then Blaze Blue 2-2 extend, Guilty Gear can fucking have
Guilty Gear can go out of order.
Kingdom Hearts 2.5 1.8 remix.
Because here's the thing. What's Guilty Gear 3? Because there isn't a Guilty Gear game that
That's
is officially
Xrd.
labeled 3.
That's
that's
extra, dude.
Xrd, right?
Yeah,
See,
it's
but
literally
Xrd,
extra.
but Xrd is supposed to be a follow-up to X2 and X. So Xrd would be X3, right? X and X2
yeah, you just
aren't
said,
numbered entries.
yeah, you just said
Because
3.
after those two games is Guilty Gear 2. And I get it. Nobody played Guilty Gear 2. Don't, because it sucks.
I feel like Xrd was their attempt to combine X into 3, so it was literally just here's your Guilty Gear 3. Because it's also
Well, then-
3D sprites, which that's getting super meta if we're really going to get deep into
Now you
trying to-
you're stretching. I'm gonna need you to slow down there. Dog.
I mean, there's only one way to become flexible, Jim. You got to stretch these.
I would have preferred a more acceptable name. Would have been like Guilty Gear Signed Strive Revelator 2 Ultimate Edition. But hey, Strive, just Strive alone it's cool, I guess.
They got people questioning the numbered entries in Guilty Gear now, and I'm just like, why would y'all do that?
Is there a bullshit blazing that I can pre-order? Is that
I
like a
don't
bullshit
know.
blazing edition?
They haven't announced like any collector's editions or anything like that. They're just like, yeah, the game's called Guilty Gear Strive. Expect it late 2020.
Yeah, so that pretty much just kills that being an Evo main stage. So, but with that came the announcement for the Games for Arc Rebel 2020, which is going to be Blaze Blue Cross Tag, and then Grand Blue Fantasy Versus is going to be the second
Big
game.
fucking yikes.
So do you think that Grand Blue has like a phenomenally increased shot to make it to Evo main stage?
It's gonna be there because Guilty Gear's not there.
Oh, okay.
That's it. That's my logic. It's like Guilty Gear late 2020. Then Mr. Wizard's like, well, put Grand Blue on there.
See, I think that because it's going to be a part of the Arc Revo World Tour.
Yeah, because in that too, because it's part of Arc Revo World Tour, I'm pretty sure it's gonna have a surefire shot in Evo.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, Arc Systems has enough, like, I guess, influence with Evo to make that happen.
Yeah.
Because it's like you already have fighters and whatnot. I feel like if Arc Systems wants Grand Blue, which I assume they do, it's going to happen.
Bro,
Yeah.
Cross Tag was in Evo like a month and a half before Evo even started. So I mean,
Yeah,
That's true.
it's true.
Yeah.
The people at that time had like hands on the demo and shit, and like playing
Yeah,
demo
like-
tournaments. But
like what, 2.5 months before Evo?
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we're not talking like Tekken 7 Retribution type shit.
I can't believe
To
Tekken
be
7
fair,
was still a year
you probably
before it
do
came
need
out.
to spend less
Bro, a
time
year
on
and a
Cross Tag.
half. I counted every damn day. I went to 2 Evos playing that shit on a demo both times. That was sad, bro.
And they had the audacity to put it on fucking main stage. Like, that's what pissed me off. It's like I can't even grind Tekken.
You're literally telling me I get to watch Evo where all the Koreans and Japanese players get to be on main stage? Literally, that's what you just told me. You're like,
Yeah.
well, good luck to those Americans. I hope Legacy works out for y'all. Okay?
It's like, I didn't tell me that Bob isn't top tier in this version. I can't use my Bob knowledge from Tekken 6. Thanks.
And at the end of the Guilty Gear trailer, they announced Faust. So
Yay.
it was so enthusiastic, Jalen.
Look, man. They've just been announcing the Super Turbo Squad for Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
I just want my mains. Either Eno or Jam. I don't have to have both of them. I want at least one of them.
Well,
And if you don't give me them, then you better hurry up and show me what the black guy can do. God damn it. I want to know this dude's kit. Jeez. I want to know his name. Just give me his name. Just
His
write
name-
it. Just
his
write it
name?
on like some toilet paper
You
and
want to
send
know
it to
his
my house.
name? His name is Strive.
That's probably what his fucking. It's either Strive or it's like IV.
What are the chances?
Ew, Ivy.
It's
IV.
probably gonna be Strive or IV. That's probably his fucking name.
it's just gonna be 4.
Yeah, his name's probably gonna be Ford.
Do you want to take bets of what this dude's name is gonna be?
Oh no, let's not do this.
So we got Strive, 4, IV. Charlie, you want to chime in on this?
I'm just gonna.
Ivy probably wouldn't be pronounced Ivy. It'd be pronounced like Ivu.
Ivu.
Or some shit. It's like no one Arxis. They would probably do that.
No, it's just gonna be Ivan, and the INV is gonna be capitalized.
You're right.
Oh my god. Well,
I'm mad because he's right.
We can't possibly find this out. They told us at the end of that trailer that they are going to have another gameplay trailer for Faust, and hopefully a new character announcement at Frosty Faustings 12.
Hell yeah!
So-
Everybody watch Frosty Faustings. That is one of my favorite fighting game tournaments to watch in a year.
Yeah, it's definitely an enjoyable one to watch for me as well. And then I think at the end they had Evo Japan 2019 in there. Is it another playable demo for it?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
If that were the case.
Yeah, it is a new playable demo for that. That includes Faust in it as well, and maybe the new character that they announced at Frosty Faustings. But I'm excited to hear more info about that. And
Just give me one of my girls, and then I'll shut up.
give me one of mine too, please.
I don't even know how Dizzy's gonna even play in that game. I don't even know if she's gonna be in the game now.
I might have to rewatch the trailer, but to me it seems like Faust is just secretly Jack Skellington.
Yeah, no, Faust is dying. He ain't eat in a while. What's up?
My boy was
I saw him in the trailer, and I was like, dude, you good?
It's because he was a doctor. He was told that food was all bad. He said, I must move forward with this type of information. And then now he's like, Jack Skeleton on the low. It's like, what?
Yeah,
you
it's
haven't
what,
eaten?
I want to know what happened between Exerd and Strive. What happened to Faust? Because Exerd, he was fine. He was absolutely good. Now he's dying. It's I'm a little worried about him, just a little bit.
I don't know, maybe the bag over his head got to him. I don't know.
I mean, he's been wearing that bag over his head for years now.
I guess
it's a
no
slow
breathing,
effect.
Suffocation, no breathing.
Faust, remove the
Has a
bag
toll.
from your head. It's killing you. May already doesn't like you. She
The
knows
dude
your ass
probably
is bald.
walked through too many fucking doors out of nowhere and just fucking it drains you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I still don't know who the fuck Faust is, to be honest. I'm just like, this dude has a giant scalpel and he walks through doors and has the best back walk in the entire game.
He has the best air dash in the game. He just swims through the air.
I don't know. His super's pretty fucking good too.
Oh, the
With,
poncho?
Yeah.
Bro,
Oh, yeah.
I
I thought you were
actually
talking
watched
about
the
his,
compilation of all the different
not
faces
the
they
Astro.
make off of that.
What do they call it?
Eno
the instant
confirmed
kill?
a freak,
Yeah.
dude.
Yes,
Faust's insta
that's
kill
once
was
I
amazing.
seen that.
Oh,
Eno's
it's-
confirmed a freak.
Everything about Faust is fucking. It's just.
I love
so
his
good.
insta kill. The first time I saw it in Exert, I'm like, who is this man? This dude's performing surgery at a fucking opera.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah. No, he's definitely interesting. But going on to really unfortunate news. This happened back on November 8th, actually, at the Red Bull Spain saga. It was around that time. Echo Fox fucking disbanded. And you know what? It wasn't even because of the fighting game teams. It was because of the League of Legends LCS team.
Thanks, League, for
Yeah.
ruining fighting games.
Yeah, so-
you're already getting a head start.
So yeah,
Appreciate
yeah, no, it was. This is not a pretty situation, but apparently there was the LCS commissioner for Riot Games concluded an investigation with a player on Echo Fox named Rizada, and it was hate speech, threats, bigotry, dumb shit like that, that you shouldn't say, especially in the fucking public eye, because that just is not good. So they were given a 60-day notice, otherwise they would face consequences, and then they faced those fucking consequences, and Echo Fox disbanded after that.
Wait, so the League of Legends commissioner
Like
is basically responsible for
because
that?
apparently the LCS team brought in the most revenue for Echo Fox, which is really fucking surprising, especially with the FGC talent like MK Leo, Sonic Fox, To Kill Sage, YouTube King. That I don't know if they've been signed with a team yet. It wouldn't surprise me if they get signed with a team very soon, if they have been signed with a team yet. But that situation's fucked. I'll say that right now.
Well, this is something that I've heard of happening before with EchoFox, because last year they lost a lot of their fighting game talent, and I forgot what the reason was.
There was a lot of it had to do with the fact that obviously, because fighting games doesn't bring in a lot of money, there was one of the CEOs that Rick Fox wasn't good with, and that's why Rick Fox ended up leaving. I forgot the specific. I forgot all the specific details, but other than just like racial things and stuff that obviously Rick Fox wasn't okay with, majorly it had to do with that most of the fighting game players leaving for that main point is that just it did not bring in as much revenue as the top players were, and that's why there was only the few that were left.
Yeah.
And then after the whole League of Legends team shit happened and went down, that's kind of was like the thing that sealed the deal.
Yeah.
That's from what I got from it, from like not being super detailed on it, because I remember what all the racial shit with the CEO and Rick Fox happened, but like EchoFox was still intact for the most part, so I felt like that just didn't have anything to do with what happened here. But I'm pretty sure it had a hand into why all this shit started to turn over just like a month and a half ago. So that's from what I got from it.
Yeah, thanks League of Legends for killing esports.
Yeah. Even though it's still one of the biggest fucking esports games in the world.
No, that's trash.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
it's like, what? Moving on to the next one. We were fucking rolling through this shit. It's about to be only a fucking 45 to an hour long.
Last episode. Let's go.
Got a blast.
Yeah. We're all fucking tired. Well, I mean, I'm tired anyway. Literally, I'm gonna kick you guys out and take a fucking nap.
Speak for yourself, Brandon. Someone here actually not like sleeping, bro.
You're fucking dumb then, because sleep is great.
Sleep is great, just like taking a shower. If you're listening to this, please bathe.
Yeah. Melee players.
Don't go to your local smelling like shit.
For real.
Oof.
Deodorant is cheap, soap is cheaper. Water, you're already paying for that in your house. And if you live with your parents, you're not even paying for it. There's no excuse.
Facts. Literally.
This podcast is not sponsored by Suave, by the way. Let's just get that out the way. I just want everybody to smell good in the FGC.
Facts.
All right.
Old
Big.
Spice.
Ladies, y'all ain't
Get a good
exempt
rolling
either.
under those pits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women ain't exempt either.
Also,
Some women be smelling pretty fucking ripe. All right.
also,
Everybody take a shower and use deodorant.
Axe is not a replacement shower.
No, it's not. You need hot water and soap. Do that shit 20 minutes before you go to the venue. Not 20 minutes after, because then it's too late.
Save the blood, sweat, and tears for when you're practicing, not at events.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, in your own house where you have 24/7 access to a shower.
When you're at the venue, you just shed the tears, but no blood and definitely no fucking sweat.
Shout outs to the old school Old Spice commercials.
Yeah.
Power!
I'm thinking before Terry.
Oh,
Oh,
even
before
before
Terry
Terry?
Crews?
Damn, those were... God, those were a long time ago.
Yeah, dude.
I forgot about all of those.
Hello, ladies.
Yeah, that was a...
Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back to your man. Now back to me.
That dude had me... Oh my gosh.
Was it Swan Dive into a world of possibilities?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Ah, shit.
Clean your asses.
Yeah. Just remember.
The moral of the
kiddos,
story.
Wash your armpits. And then if you're a boy, wash your fucking balls and your asshole.
If I catch you at a
Girls.
local smelling like shit, we fighting. It's fists on sight, I promise you. I will show you I got footsies in real life too. I got you.
Just a quick little shin kick. You getting fucking baby little shit.
Bro, I'm about to shimmy the fuck out of you. You better watch out.
Got this bullshit, baby.
Yeah, no, that shit was going fucking back to the Arc Rebel shit. When they were singing that song, it was pretty fucking hype.
Yeah, that was
not
very,
gonna lie.
very-
Bro,
Holy
I felt it
shit.
in my soul, bro. I felt like at a point when I was like watching it and I just hear people cheering, I almost wanted to stand up and salute because I felt like I deserve to give some type of like allegiance to this. Like there's some of my loyalty is dished out to that community that went there and said, I came here to sing the fucking song.
Yeah.
Fuck the trailer, fuck all of that. I know this shit's gonna be hype. I came to sing this song.
Yeah.
I gotta wonder what Daisuke's reaction was to all that, because like he had to have been there. He had to have been like just listen to the crowd and like Was there like a smile that cracked on his face?
He
Because
probably-
I would have fucking smiled.
He probably fucking teared. Let's be
It's,
real.
it's like, bro, I put my heart and soul into this shit, and like everybody loves it. Hell yeah, like, that's what's up. I would have started crying.
It's I feel like it's gonna be like another level of like back when Evo would have like the Wins Marvel intros.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like like the raps coming in and shit. I feel like that's gonna be the same case at Evo. There's gonna be like a smell of the game pre-top 8 presentation, which I'm gonna be all over.
I think every game, well, the majority of games have like their
Yeah.
little thing. Obviously, MVC3, wins Marvel, all that shit. And fucking Dragon Ball, every time Cell comes on, everyone just screams at the top of their lungs. So fucking high.
That's how you know Cell's gonna remain in like the top 10 characters.
And
of the
that's
game.
how and that's how I know Fenrich is playing. Because he's the only one who plays Cell currently. Well, I mean, multiple people play Cell, but like he's the one who consistently keeps Cell on his team. So, shout outs to Fenrich. Oh, I completely forgot to go over the results of Arc Revo. Holy shit. Fucking Obito. Oh yeah, Omito took Guilty Gear Xrd, and then Shinku took Cross Tag. That's no surprise there, defending Evo champ. And then YMST took Central Fiction. So Izanami play. It's pretty fucking hot. I'm not gonna lie.
That makes me happy.
Yeah.
Izanami is she's the girl.
Yeah. And then Omito took Guilty Gear playing as Johnny. So and then Shinku, the good old sister duo of Yang and Ruby. So yeah, it was a very enjoyable event to watch. Oh shit, they had an Under Night side event. And then Klim took Under Night. So congrats to all those competitors, and then good luck at the next major, which is Frosty Faustings. Rooting for all you guys to do good. And also last week they announced. Was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. I think Wednesday or Thursday they announced all the nominees for the Video Game Awards. So that is a pretty big topic, not just in the fighting game community.
Why is Jump Force in fighting game of the fucking year?
Wait, hold up. Wait. You didn't get the memo? They added a rematch button, bro. It's the best game of the year.
Fuck all that. How you gonna sleep on Kill la Kill If like that?
Wait, I just heard you
Oh
still
my
bad mouthing Jump Force, the God game.
Oh
Wait,
my
I dropped every fighting game this year to just solo on Jump Force for Evo next year.
Bro,
you better
sorry.
get that.
Jump Force is not gonna be at Evo next year. You wasted your time.
Yeah, no, when I completely forgot about fucking Kill la Kill If, dude.
Yeah,
Holy
everybody forgot
shit.
about Kill la Kill If.
I haven't.
Right.
I'm still waiting for Boss Mako to come in there and
She's
make
supposed to be here this month.
I know.
She's
and
supposed to be here this month.
and
And this
someone-
month's almost over.
I know. That's what pisses me off.
Give me my girl, damn it.
So, and then FGC related games that were nominated for the FGC. Obviously, the hissy fit that Jump Force is in the
It's not
best
hissy
fighting
fit.
games.
It's a legitimate concern.
It's a dude. That's a huge ass concern.
It is a huge ass concern. But along with fucking Jump Force, we got Dead or Alive 6, MK11, Sam Show, and Smash Ultimate, which got the very surprising Game of the Year nominee. So shout outs to fucking Smash, because that's a great fucking game.
See, I appreciate I appreciate Jump Force being I appreciate Jump Force being a nomination because and this is petty as hell. It's the only thing that I see as a beacon to let Jibs know that everything else is a shit.
Yes.
I lost money on the
Do you
VGAs.
know how many people went on Twitter? How many people I followed on Twitter? Just they don't even play Devil May Cry like that, and they were like, "How did Devil May Cry not make like Game of the Year nominee? That doesn't make sense."
Yeah,
Like-
fucking Metacritic scores are fucking through the
Devil May
roof.
Cry 5 scored higher than 3 of those Game of the Year nominations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, here's kind of sort of the thing, and this kind of goes all the way back with Devil May Cry and the reboot and shit like that, and how the Western media fucking loved the reboot. The fans didn't like the reboot, but like Western reviews and shit were like, "Yo, this is the best Devil May Cry game ever," and everyone who played 3 was like, "Fuck you, you suck at video games." But it's like it's one of those things where, as much as everybody likes crazy hype, Devil May Cry, Dante dancing like Michael Jackson was the cutscene of the fucking year and all that.
Like,
Americans, the general populace, regular people, normies don't fucking care. They care about FromSoft games. They care about Kojima games. What else was in Game of the Year? Because I know Sekiro was in there, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes,
And,
Outer Worlds is in there
Yes.
as well.
The Outer Worlds just fucking came out. What the fuck?
So did Death Stranding.
Yeah, literally,
Yeah.
Death Stranding was at the
Oh
fucking
wait,
cutoff.
but see, the reason why Outer Worlds is there is not because it was a good game. It's specifically in spite of Bethesda. It is 100% in spite of Bethesda.
The other
I
two,
guess.
the other two are Resident Evil 2 and Control.
I guess they didn't want Capcom to have 2 nominees then.
That's another saving grace that I came away from that. I'm like, all right, you know what? It would be a little weird to have 2 Capcom nominees in there.
I
But
feel like
it should have
Devil May
been
Cry
DMC
5 is
instead
great.
of
And I
Resident
like
Evil.
that game, but like
It's a
I feel like
remake.
I feel like RE2 had more like of a general like everybody fucking loves this game and everybody's playing this game at the same time. Devil May Cry was a little bit more low key compared to Resident Evil 2, so like I get it. Like
Well,
it makes
Resident
sense
Evil
that they
2
would
is more.
pick RE2.
It's because it's one of those things too. And this is the problem is that like Resident Evil 2 as a game, like its inherent gameplay is more accessible.
Yeah.
DMC is, it is to a degree niche.
Yeah.
Because people who are more like appreciative of a game giving you options, or at least even play fighting games and like that type of execution, are going to be the ones to appreciate it. Otherwise, people are going to think, "Oh, this is just a button masher." Like, no, it's not. You're just button mashing. Like, it's
We know a guy.
it's unfortunate.
We do
I
know
hope
a guy.
I hope he plans on listening to this episode. We're about to call him out.
You don't listen to this.
He
Like-
should.
But yeah, no, to dial it all back, that's the only reason why I'm like somewhat relieved that Jump Force made it on there, because it is a shining beacon to the person I lost money to that he won money off of a fluke.
110%.
Does he like Jump Force?
I had too much
I
faith.
feel like he would play the hell out of Jump Force.
No, I just,
Maybe if it had Kirito in it, he would.
now I know.
I feel like that's like, nah.
Yeah, no.
I had too much faith in the nomination process.
Uh,
But shout outs to Smash to getting 3 completely big category nominations.
Yeah, there was
Best family game.
best family game, and obviously best fighting game, and then the fucking game of the year.
isn't
So-
all of
I
Best
feel
Family Game
like-
all Nintendo games though?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
it is.
because
It's like Luigi's Mansion,
Yeah.
Smash.
Yoshi's Crafted World, Super Mario Maker 2, Ring Fit Adventure, and Luigi's Mansion 3.
Bro, that's best Nintendo.
They might as well,
game
yeah,
of the
just
year.
best Nintendo.
I was about to say.
Yeah,
like,
might as well just be the best Nintendo category.
They could have put Crash Team Racing in there.
It's true, but I think that's under best racing game.
Okay, it can also be under best family game too.
Also, wait,
But
Just
when-
like Smash is
when
best
did
family game, best fighting game.
When did these Spyro / Crash remakes come out?
Last year.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was
Spyro
about
came
to
out
say.
last year, and I think Crash was like a year before last year.
Yeah, because they had the Insane Trilogy playable at E3 when I went in 2017.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
yeah. And then the last FGC related thing for the VGAs, obviously Evo 2019 is one of the highlights of the esports event of the year.
And it's probably going to lose to League of Legends.
Yeah,
Of
it's
course.
it's got obviously the Overwatch League Grand Finals, big event.
Like, everybody
For-
hates Blizzard.
Unfortunately,
now,
the fucking that's another fucking the fucking Fortnite World Cup, IEM Katowice for CS:GO. That's a super major for Counter Strike, and then Worlds for League, and then I don't know what the international is. Is that?
so. International for
The internationals for Dota.
Oh, it's for Dota.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, Dota. Honestly, I want Evo to win, but like realistically, I think it's either going to be Worlds for League or the International for Dota. It's going to be one of those two.
Yeah.
certainly,
those
isn't,
two
it
are
certainly
the-
isn't going to be the Fortnite thing because I think you got to be 18 plus to vote in the first place.
I mean,
Bro,
I'm packing heat today.
you got some 6-year-old. You got some 6-year-old hot in the comics. Like, I'm not finna tear him a new asshole. He don't know how fast I type, but I
didn't even have a bad day today. I just feel like smoking people right now.
He's just Fortnite dancing,
Get
prepping
the
himself to
fucking
get on that
rotisserie
keyboard.
started, bro.
Yeah.
We got it on a slow roll tonight. We're not going in heat. We smoking.
While we're talking about battle royales, I mean, shoutouts to Apex for also getting nominations.
yeah.
Clearly the better one.
Isn't Apex nominated for something though? I could have sworn I've seen.
It's
it.
got like
that's what I was saying. It's
got like 2 or 3 nominations.
It's got best action game, and I want to say
community support.
Was it community support?
Yeah,
or
Something
multiplayer?
like that. But
I thought it was multiplayer.
it could be.
It might have been.
But regardless, I voted for fucking Siege in any category it was in because Siege is my favorite shooter.
I think I did vote for Siege as far as community support goes.
Yeah.
Because Ubisoft brought that game back from the dead.
Yeah. Never thought I'd say shoutouts to Ubisoft in my life, but you know, shoutouts to Ubisoft for making Rainbow Six the best tactical shooter on the market right now.
I'll be honest. I voted for Smash for fighting game though,
I did too.
and for one reason only: Wolf is still good. Frost, I love you, baby, but you're slowly climbing that ladder.
Yeah.
The Cyberlink way has a long way to go. Frost, shout out.
You know, we're missing about like 4 fucking robots, but hey.
Yeah.
Well, I guess one's good enough, right?
Yeah.
I haven't put in my votes yet, but I'll probably end up voting for Smash for Fighting Game of the Year. And like, if Character 5 is revealed at the VGAs and they suck, I'm gonna cry and want my vote redacted.
Actually, on that note, I mean, I'm surprised it's not a part of the topic as well. With the VGAs not only having nominees, but also usually they'll always announce new stuff. You know, with Joker being revealed last year. What do you guys think? Or do you guys think at all if Nintendo will bring anything to the table outside?
They did last year, so I feel like that they would this year.
They have
I feel like
category to themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, do you think it's going to be like just the character and that's it, or like? Because I'm thinking at least best case scenario. You might have heard me mention this before.
Mm-hmm.
Best case scenario, they reveal not only the last character, but the first character of the second fighter pass, and like kind of like a tease, I guess, into that because there was discussion on like when Banjo was revealed that there would be more coming.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
And they
curious.
did reveal Hero and Banjo at the same time too, so like that's definitely not like an out of line way of thinking. That makes sense.
Because they also announced fucking Piranha Plant and Joker at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we also had this, I mean, take it with a grain of salt, but that new other Smash leak to add to the fucking list. Gordon Freeman being the supposed
What?
last character.
See, leaks like that came too close to the new Half-Life reveal. That's why I already don't buy leaks.
Oh, yeah, no.
But like, that is like, you saw the new Half-Life and then went on 4chan and it's like, yo, Gordon Freeman's in Smash.
See,
Like, that was your thought process.
Yeah.
Ever since the freaking Grinch leak, that was like almost like real. I have to take everything with a grain of salt as far as Smash leaks go, because after Cloud,
I didn't believe the Grinch leak. I took the heart that Sakurai was like, there isn't going to be that many new characters on launch, and the Grinch leak was like, here's like 11 new niggas, and I'm like, none of them are going to be in the game except for probably Ken and Incineroar. And I guessed right. You want to know why? Because I know how these companies work.
But no, hold on. On the opposite end of that, I feel like after Cloud got added to Smash, all the rules were out the fucking window.
Oh yeah,
as
no,
far
for
as
sure.
who could show up in Smash.
But like, people are like, yeah, Bandanity's going to be in there, Gino's going to be in there, and I'm just like, get those whack niggas out of here. They're not going to be in the game.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I mean, same. I'm still wondering what the hell people are thinking wanting Doomslayer in.
Yeah, this is like,
bro, Doomslayer's gonna make it in.
Instant M rating, dude.
Exactly, though. But that's the point.
That would be the only way that works.
If they put Doomslayer in Smash, they need to put Mai Shiranui in the background of the King of Fighters stage. It's only fair.
Hey, whoa.
If they want to bump up to Zero rating in Japan, for Doomslayer.
Slow your roll.
The
This
goriest
game
nigga
is
on
for
the
good
roster.
boys and girls.
Core values, Jalen.
So, okay, we are
Best family
American.
game.
We are American, so gory violence is here and titties is down here. I'm sorry, I forgot. Let me move to Japan.
I agree with you. Take me with you. Oh my god.
That didn't translate all over the podcast, but like for you guys listening, I put one hand super high up for blood and gore for Americans and titties like on the floor for Americans, because apparently we can't do boobs, but like I'll watch a nigga get his chest punched out. Good.
I mean, we could do boobs just fine.
The boobs are less. You don't gotta worry about that in Smash. There are so many characters with titties in Smash. Who cuts niggas opens in Smash?
But
nobody.
hey, whoa.
Snake doesn't even got a gun.
Let's
If Doomslayer
remember.
comes in with a shotgun, I'm gonna be mad.
But let's remember, bro. Like Zero Suit's tits got nerfed from Smash 4 to
So did
Ultimate.
her ass.
Yeah.
And so did Snake's
So like,
ball.
I get where Sakurai's
Rest in peace,
coming
Snake's
from
ass.
now.
Rab.
I know,
That is
bro. Like,
So upsetting.
have you guys seen the video where the actual voice actor for Snake actually says he's dummy thick?
Oh yeah, no, he's the one that started the dummy thick trend.
Oh, and so he actually
He's the progenitor of that. He was the
Oh,
original. Someone,
that makes it even better
I want
to
to say
know that
someone. I could be wrong, but I want to say someone used like I think it's like a Cameo website where you can legitimately like pay voice actors to do like one lines
Yeah.
for you or like happy birthday messages, whatever. And someone paid David Hayter to do that, and then I guess the dummy thick thing just slowly spread. Like even fucking Johnny Young Bosch, Ruben Langdon, and Dan Southworth jumped on that train.
Oh my
Like it became a sensation.
I think I know what you're talking about, because I remember somebody putting video of them like paying Lucas's voice actress to do the Freddy Freaker commercial, and that shit was dumb.
I just remember seeing a Snake one. I remember like 2 weeks ago, I seen a Morty one where he's like, "I'm sorry, Rick, but I'm like dummy thick," and I was like, "Oh no!" Instantly, once I heard Morty's like voice said that, I was like, no, I'm good." And so we can stop this trend now, guys.
Oh shit.
Don't believe your leaks, children.
Yeah, don't believe your leaks unless it's coming from your pipes. Then believe them.
Oh yes, for sure.
Yeah.
But like fighting game leaks, here's my rule. Anybody at home who likes to read leaks and likes to believe them, first off, don't. Second off, if it sounds too good to be true, it is.
Yeah.
Like
It 100% is.
it happens for me every time when there's a new Capcom crossover announced. If I see Falcon from Power Stone in that list, it's fake. Because Capcom doesn't give a fuck about Power Stone. I've been burned for years. The only cameo he's had was in CVS 2 on the fucking desert stage. That's it. That is the only acknowledgement he had. And I guess he was in Capcom vs. SNK Card Fighters, but that's a card game, and it's not fun. So whatever. Capcom don't care about Power Stone. It breaks my heart.
I feel like that
Well,
sometimes.
I mean,
It
they
really
did
do.
talk about reviving dormant IPs after
Power
the
Stone is
success
good.
of
Power
Ori
Stone's
and
going to be
DMC.
last. It's going to be so last.
Yeah,
Onimusha, Dino Crisis, Power Stone.
Look, man,
I
I'm just waiting.
Like I
Vampire
want those
Saviors.
3 games. Don't get me wrong. I want them. But it's not coming before Darksiders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just,
I
wait,
agree
I'm
with
just
that.
waiting for Vampire Saviors 2, bro.
There is a
Hit me
Vampire
up.
Savior 2 in Japan.
I mean, like,
It doesn't have 3 characters, but they added back Pyron and
no, I know
Oh,
that,
some-
but
somebody
I'm
else.
looking. I need a like.
you want another Vampire Savior.
Yeah, I need
feel it.
a revamp, at least visually. They can keep everything else the same, but I know they won't.
Don't do the fucking Street Fighter 2 Revival HD thing where like they made not only are the character models in a terrible art style, but they have the same exact frame count
Yeah.
as the classic Street Fighter 2. So they look cleaner, but they still animate like garbage.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
That all just like derived
All
off
off
of
of
the
the
VGAs.
VGAs.
All
Look, man,
off the
but, like
VGAs.
he said Smash leaks, and I had to go off because I hate seeing leaks, and I hate seeing people believe them because they get so mad when they're fake. Like so many people were angry that the Grinch leak was fake, and I'm like, why are you guys mad?
I'm also
Like,
to be
why are
fair,
you mad?
in my defense,
Hose
and
mad.
I don't go in believing these leaks 100%, but on the other end of that, I also come from a place where the leaks that I have personally held more dear to my heart have come true. 2 of which being any NetherRealm game roster and legitimately the leak dump that was the DMC5 leak back in like November of 2017 that kept me hyped for like 6 months until E3 2018, where I lost my fucking shit. So I have a very on and off relationship with leaks. So
yeah, my leaks, the stuff that I care about is like always wrong. I remember seeing a Guilty Gear Strive character leak before, and I was like, "This shit is bullshit. It's not blazing. It's just bullshit." because the leak list had literally everybody coming back, and I'm like, with these new visuals that they're doing and revamping all the characters visually, everybody's not fucking coming back. So you can suck my dick.
Yeah. I have to say this now. I'm calling it. There's as soon as Strive comes out, there's going to be at least one article that quotes that exact thing that does not like the Guilty Gear game. The beginning of the article is going to say, "It's not blazing, it's just bullshit. Why Guilty Gear Strive is not my game." Like, I guarantee there's going to be one journalist who reviews it in that exact fashion.
That journalist is probably listening to that right now, and as soon as I said that, he was like, "That's my article title. I got it. Thank you."
Now I just need Guilty Gear to fucking suck to make this article true.
Heaven or hell. Did you guys hear the new Heaven or Hell?
Yeah,
It's so fucking different.
it's extremely different.
It's like it's gone from like hype to like drama.
Yeah, well, that whole intro is just like a fucking Soul Calibur ass intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Welcome to the stage of history.
I feel like they just need a little bit more like hype rock music, just like a little bit more than what they already had. And then when they eventually change the UI and it makes it look all that, I can deal with the Heaven or Hell that they have, because then it just makes it more hype, but like very dramatic hype.
At least
And I'll be okay with
it's
that.
not as bad as the Accent Core Heaven or Hell, where like the dude just sounded too happy to fucking be there, and it's like, yo, you don't fit with all of this that's going on right now.
I mean, Rev 2 already has like the 2-year-long intros, so I think.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean make them 3 years long.
True.
Yeah.
Alright, Jalen, you want to take this one away, bud? Street Fighter 5?
Street Fighter V Champion Edition. Hell yeah, it's another version of Street Fighter V.
If you weren't already finished paying for Street Fighter, we're giving you a new edition to pay for more Street Fighter. A whole new brand game. A whole new set of, like, mechanics, characters? Yes, it's Street Fighter again.
Hi, Billy Mays here with another fantastic product.
Alright, so for everybody at
Rest
home
in peace, Billy Mays.
who doesn't understand what Champion Edition is, because Capcom was kind of confusing about it when they talked about it initially. But we got some clarification from smart people in the community, because dumb people are just going to be all like, a new Street Fighter version? Of course, Capcom always does this shit. I'm not going to buy it.
When Street Fighter 5 Ultra.
And like complain, even though like they haven't played Street Fighter since it fucking launched. So like their opinion is already invalidated. Like, fuck off. So Champion Edition, this is what this is. For a low price of $30, you are getting... And this is assuming that you haven't purchased any of the DLC, which most people who are complaining about this haven't. So, this is for y'all. For $30, not only are you getting every single character from every single DLC season, you are also getting every single costume and every single stage, plus 2 more characters.
Does that include like the arcade skins? Because I thought you had to like play through certain modes to unlock certain skins.
All of the skins are either, like the story mode skins, you have to go through character story mode, and then you can purchase them in the in-game shop for fight money. Or you can't buy the story mode costumes outright, I don't think, outside of like a bundle that includes all of them.
Yeah.
But you can't buy them individually. All of the other costumes that came out post-launch, you can buy them individually or in packs. Like the Halloween costumes, for example, you could have bought that in a pack for like $15, $20 some odd dollars, somewhere around there.
Or they have like character packs, like where they have all of Chun-Li's costumes for $15. And like same with like Mika, Ryu, and all the other characters that have like, I would say 5+ costumes that they have.
Yeah, and like I didn't buy those costumes
Neither
because I don't like buying alternate costumes. I would rather spend money on characters because I feel like that makes sense. You put more time into designing this character and making it work. I'll give you money for that. But this costume that you put in the character that clips through their fucking legs, I'm not paying for that shit. Give it to me for free. With that being said, I'm getting 200 costumes and all the stages, which I don't have because at home, like you look at my Street Fighter 5, I got some of the stages unlocked, but there's like one side of the stage select that's like all locks.
Yeah.
And that bothers me every time
Mine's are all locked, and I'm just like, I stare at it every time and I go, this makes me just sad. Like,
But the stages also don't do anything. That shit's purely cosmetic. You don't have to get this shit, especially if you already don't care about Street Fighter V. But for people who do care about it and who haven't bought all the DLC, if that shit sounds enticing to you, pick it up. You don't need to buy Champion Edition to play as the DLC characters that come out because you'll be able to buy them individually. So you don't have to buy Champion Edition to play Gil when he comes out in December. He's coming out in December, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's not in the docket, but like it's in the Champion Edition announcement, so I thought I'd just roll it in there as I'm talking about this.
For sure. Appreciate that info.
Yeah, no problem. By the way, everybody, Gil from Street Fighter 3 is going to be character 39. The announced trailer said that there's going to be 40 characters in Champion Edition, so we don't know who character 40 is. Everybody's making guesses, and they all suck, because of course they do. Clearly, I have problems with people trying to guess characters in fighting games, because they're always fucking wrong. But, or at least when it comes to fighting games that I care about. It's like, I know how these people work. I know how Capcom works specifically. If you guys don't mind, I can definitely go into what I've been hearing for character 40 for Street Fighter 5.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because I've been, like, really curious, because I'm like, they brought back so many different characters and then made like new characters like G, and G has a costume like Q, and now I'm pissed because I don't have a Q, I don't have a G. Like I don't know what he is now. Like I just assume, okay, president of the world, cool. The president, the whole like entire fucking globe is on your skin. All right, look, what possibly could top that and Gil?
Yeah. It's like. That's what I was kind of saying when I first saw the announcement, and they were like, yeah, Gil's coming. And I'm like, why would this be the first character you reveal? Why would you fucking do that? Because now everybody's expectations are through the fucking roof.
Exactly.
Because Gil is a really popular character, and he's a boss character, too, so he's also important in the lore and shit like that, too.
Oh, okay.
He's the emperor of the secret society. Well, and Street Fighter V takes place before 3, so he's the president. And Street Fighter V's timeline. He doesn't become Emperor until Third Strike, where Urien beats him, and Urien's like, hell yeah, brother. Your secret society is mine, because I'm the president. And Gil's like, yeah, you can have that shit, because I'm the Emperor. So, like, you didn't win.
Gil, to me, just looks like a college football fan who went too far.
Oh, he is the biggest. Trust me.
I'm not, to be completely
If
honest.
footballs were made of ice and fire, yes, he is the biggest.
I don't know too much about Street Fighter lore. Like, obviously, outside of, like, OG Street Fighter, I have seen the movie.
The movie's not canon. The movie's great, though.
Well, I know story elements, but I know it sounds blasphemous on a
Bro,
fighting
did you know
game
Bryan
stream.
Cranston is in that movie? He plays Fei Long.
Wow.
Wait. Fei Long was in the movie? Hold on. Which movie are we talking about?
The Street Fighter 2 animated movie.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about...
Oh, well, that's the only good one.
I'm talking
So what
about
are you
for me...
talking about?
I'm talking about, for me, it was Tuesday Street Fighter.
Oh, you're talking about live
Street Fighter,
action.
the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, the Street Fighter 2 animated movie was fucking lit, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Ken driving down to War Pigs? Like, come on.
Yeah, it's like the Street... Bro,
Oh, shit.
the animated movie's great.
The fight between Chun-Li and Vega in her apartment.
Bro,
to this
yeah.
day.
that shit was so...
Bro, Demon
Bro.
Slayer stole that fucking scene.
Did they?
I saw.
I'm like 10 episodes into Demon Slayer, so careful.
I'm not gonna say any
Careful.
names, but like there's a sequence that like when you see the sequence, you're gonna be like, that's from the Street Fighter movie.
I might.
It's just a sequence of animation. I'm not telling you characters or anything like that.
The last.
I also don't even know these niggas' names. I just saw character do the shit that Vega did in the Street Fighter movie, and I was like, they stole that.
Wait, that's illegal.
Well, I mean, Naruto was also aping fight scenes from Cowboy Bebop. So.
Yeah, and then fucking whatchamacallit?
The Boondocks took a
Boondocks
fight
had the
scene
same
from-
the same fight sequence that Orochimaru gave that slap down to Sasuke. Every single time I watch that, I'm like,
Wait, which
bro.
Naruto? Which scene did Naruto rip from Cowboy?
It was when he was fighting Neji.
Yeah,
That whole fight sequence is a shot for shot from I believe it was the Cowboy Bebop movie where Spike is fighting that dude in the train.
mm-hmm.
Wait, which one? What are the Boondocks ripped from?
The Boondocks ripped from
okay, so you
Orochimaru
remember in
piecing
the
up
Force?
Sasuke.
Yeah, you remember in the Force of Death where Orochimaru was posing as a random assailant, just existing.
I haven't
you don't-
seen Naruto that far.
Okay, so in PTS they do the whole training bullshit, blah blah blah, and then there's a secret training that they call the Force of Death. They go, oh my gosh, you know, people make it in out alive. If you make it out, you're a real ninja. Blah blah blah.
Oh, okay.
Either way, This is where Sasuke gets the curse mark, and where Sasuke gets all fucking. Remember when the edge part of Sasuke that no one likes? This is where that shit set it.
Well, I mean, if I got pieced up by Orochimaru, I'd be kind of edgy too.
Bro, like, this man gave him the 1-2 piece, and it's like when you see it in the Boondocks, they slow mo on all the hype, like the hype hits that Orochimaru does. But it's even worse because like the ending where the grandma like kicks is like fighting Riley or
she's fighting
Riley. Yeah, where she kicks him in the stomach and then it pauses and then he falls. Well, Sasuke gets kicked to a fucking tree. His back like flies up. This man nearly goes like bright-eyed like fucking Goku when he gets knocked unconscious, and then he punches him in the face and then holds him up and says, "What are you gonna do with that curse mark?" I wish they would have put that shit in the Boondocks.
Like, Riley just gets the curse mark.
But yeah, right? But yeah, basically that whole entire fight sequence, they just literally just ripped the fight animation and just dropped it into fucking Boondocks. And it's beautiful because it looks just as good.
Boondocks is so good, dude. Such a fucking.
You was talking all that good shit a second ago.
And then I kicked you in your chest.
Alright, but bringing everything all back to Street Fighter V Champion Edition, the reason why I'm mad that they revealed Gil first is because I already know Character 4 is going to be disappointing. Somebody is going to be mad somewhere. Like, I'm not getting Crimson Viper. I've made my peace. I'm never going to see that chick ever again for the rest of my life, unless I play Marvel 3 or Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
It'd be like that
And
sometimes.
then she gets announced after Gil.
Well, that's why other people will be mad, because I won't be mad, because I wanted Crimson Viper for
fucking
4 fucking years.
I won't be mad either.
Sea Viper was pretty hype as fuck though in Street Fighter 4.
It's like, I don't
That was
want...
like my first Evo.
I was mad as fuck that they went and made Guy's teacher from his one ending in Street Fighter Alpha 2 a full-ass playable character, but you can't give me Crimson Viper back? Okay, Capcom, fuck y'all. But...
That back in the day, Capcom. And maybe partially now?
It depended on what you're saying.
It's a Capcom Renaissance.
I actually still love Capcom.
If
They're still my favorite dev.
I was gonna say, if anything, given Capcom's recent Renaissance period, I feel like Gil being the beginning of Champions Edition can only be like a good sign of what's to come.
Like
That's my perspective, though.
It's going to be down to like one of 3 things, and me personally, I don't want them, but it makes the most sense to me. It's either going to be another boss character. A whole bunch of people are saying Seth. I don't like Seth. He's boring as hell. But he'll probably come back, and that won't surprise me. It'll probably be another Shoto, and it's probably going to be Dan, and everybody's going to be mad because they're going to be like, how the hell are you going to end Street Fighter V on Dan of all fucking characters? Or it's going to be a guest character. And like, I feel like a whole bunch of people just want guest characters in fighting games because, well, that'll get me to play the game. And
It
like,
sells copies.
yeah, it does. And like, I kind of don't like that line of thinking because like,
I mean, you don't have to like it, but it's the truth. That's
yeah,
literally,
I'm aware of the
literally
truth.
where Smash's success comes from. Is because
I mean,
of all the guest characters.
Mortal
I'm aware
Kombat
it's
didn't have a
true.
Mortal Kombat didn't have a pro tour until it started, throwing in mad guest characters. So.
Yeah, no, exactly. I get it. I understand where it's coming from. Guest characters are hype. I do like them, but I don't like the mentality that like we need to have a guest character in order for this game to get attention because like the game should already be getting attention in the first place.
I mean, how often does Street Fighter even have a history of guest characters?
Yeah, they're called the Final Fight cast.
Yeah. Either
even though Final Fight is in the same canon as Street Fighter and they're treated as additional Street Fighter characters, they're from fucking Final Fight. They're guest characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I've always seen it.
Like Lucia, she's Final Fight.
Yeah.
Like,
Lucia,
I know,
Hugo,
like-
Guy, Cody, all them niggas is fucking guest characters.
Yeah, they're all.
But like
guest
Capcom
characters.
has never like tried to reach out to their other IPs to pull in the Street Fighter, except kind of sort of with Zeku because he has some shades of Strider in his kit.
Shades of Strider. That motherfucker's straight up Strider.
No, he is Strider.
He's not Strider because I don't need Final Fight bleeding into another fucking Capcom IP. Damn it. But
you just see Zeke pop up in Strider. Go,
I got some heat with Final Fight. I'm a Streets of Rage guy, so that's where that's coming from. I'm a Streets of Rage dude.
Oh.
Now I'm just thinking about that Sailor Moon beat 'em up, and I want Sailor Moon as a guest character for Street Fighter 5.
You know what?
Slow down, Charles.
Dude, fighting even by moonlight, let's fucking go.
I'm on your side, Charlie. Let's get Sailor Moon in Street Fighter 5.
Oh, okay. Are we for this now? Am I okay? I think I'm okay with this.
Look, they already announced Gil. the doors are blown wide the fuck open. Like, give me some stupid ass character. I don't want anybody from fucking Street Fighter to come back. Give me the dumbest character you can fucking think of.
Sailor
and
Moon
put him in as character for you.
or bring bad Box Art Mega Man back
Hell yeah.
from Street Fighter Cross Tag.
Hell yeah. I'm with that.
Okay.
Let me get this thick ass Mega Man in Street Fighter.
Also, Champion Edition, and once again, you don't need to buy this because I believe it's going to be an update for people who already have Street Fighter V. So I'm good. The only reason why I would buy this is because of if I want the costumes, which I might because that's a fucking strong ass deal for like $25.
That would be a
$30.
selling point for me personally.
Yeah.
As well. It's just costumes, and you already know why. I don't need to go into that.
Yeah.
It's a topic that gets brought up too much on this podcast anyway. But yeah, no, I mean, when is it? You said it's dropping in December?
Gil is dropping in December, but Champion Edition isn't dropping until February.
Oh, okay.
But they're also adding V-Trigger 2. I mean, not V-Trigger 2, V-Skill 2.
V-Skills.
Everybody's getting a second V-Skill.
And boy, oh boy.
And I got some mixed opinions on the V-Skill system as a whole. Like, I don't hate the system. I just wish they designed all the characters around their V-Skills. Like, I want BlazBlue in Street Fighter. That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Because, like, they Street Fighter V already kind of tries to ape some mechanics from BlazBlue in the first place. Like, crush counters are basically fatal counters. Canceling into V-Trigger is basically canceling into overdrive. Like, fucking Moshige is a Guilty Gear player, and he's the battle designer for Street Fighter V. Like, this nigga's putting anime in Street Fighter V, and, like, it's great, but he's not going all the way in.
Mm-hmm.
And I want this dude to go all the way in. Like, a lot of characters' V-Skills, to me, is like, it's just another special move. Like, why is it not some unique, cool thing that'll actually help them out as a whole, like, as a character? Like, some characters do a pretty good job with their V-Skills actually helping them out. Like, Geese, I think, is pretty solid for his game plan.
Yeah.
It's just that the rest of his kit's kind of garbage. But, like, nobody really complains about his V-Skill because it does kind of help him deal with people trying to poke him and stuff like that. Ryu's could be better. It's notoriously really fucking bad, and it's been bad for years. But, like, I get what they wanted to do with having his shit be the parry, but then there's other characters like Karen and Ibuki whose V-Skills are just a glorified footsies button. Because, like, what else are you going to use that shit for? Killing projectiles? Those characters both have moves that already be projectiles that are better than their V-Skills.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what are you doing? And, like, it's just like, one move. And what I wanted to see them do is, instead of giving me the choice to choose two different V-Skills, because one is clearly going to be better than the other one.
Definitely. Shout
Just-
out to Yuri.
It's just like, Jury's fucking Millia now.
I know.
She's got tandem top. Like, you knock people down, you put out tandem top, you cross them up.
Yeah.
It's like, welcome to the fucking vortex.
Whose is this?
Jury.
Jury.
Oh, I'm gonna have to pick up.
Like,
As soon as
literally,
everybody
she just
saw that,
her V skill. She just waves her foot around in a circle, and it's straight fucking.
I might have
big.
to-
it's tandem top. And as soon as everybody saw that in the trailer, they were like, yo, Ushige is a fucking Jury main confirmed. Because if anybody doesn't know who Ushige is, when he played Extra, he mained Millia.
Oh,
So
well,
that's why everybody was saying Ushige mains Jury, because he gave her tandem top.
yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I kind of wish that they would, instead of like having me choose V skills, just let me have the both V skills at all times, or just expand more on the character's one existing V skill. Like, go all the way in with that shit.
Mhm.
Like, make it a little bit more creative. But like, from what I've seen with most characters' V skill 2s that they've showed off and stuff like that, it could have just been a special move. Like, Ken's got his old wheel kick from like Alpha 3.
It felt so weird for it to just be a V skill too.
Yeah, and like Chun-Li has a Zanshu back, but it's a V skill and not a special move, and I'm just like, what? Why are you doing this? That being said, I'm not using Zanshu. I'm using her fucking command jump that has a follow-up. I re-downloaded Street Fighter V and played the most recent version, and like she has like a little kick that she does after her V skill that juggles people, and I'm like, yo, this is sick. Like, this is great. I'm having a lot of fun with this character again. But yeah, I'm like, it's cool that they're doing it. I just kind of wish they did it a little different. But that's just a me personally kind of deal. Pretty sure not a whole bunch of people would agree with me on that, but that's where I'm coming from.
I just see it as new possibilities, new things to like fuck around with. That's
I just don't like the
So-
idea of like here's the better option. Everybody's gonna fucking choose this because V-Skill 1 fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It, like, you know, Street Fighter 4 was like that too when they introduced second Ultras.
Yeah,
It was like,
'cause-
why would you ever use fucking Ultra 1 with Jury when Feng Shui engine is way better?
yeah,
You
extremely
don't think they
fucking
would-
better.
You don't think they would make potential balance changes by the time Champions Edition hits?
The thing, the thing
reason?
with the V skills is they are so set in stone with how they are. There is literally nothing you can do
The
to
idea
make them better than whatever new one. Like Jury's current V skill is not going to be better than fucking Tandem Top.
not
It is not going to be better than it.
Mm.
Straight up, because like the Jury's V skill 2 gives her a mix-up option, which she's
Yeah.
been sorely lacking for the entire lifetime of the game. Now she has a mix-up option. Everyone's going to be picking V-Skill 2. No one is going to even remember what V-Skill 1 does. I don't even remember what V-Skill 1 does. Because I don't use it. Because it's bad.
I guess it's a double-edged sword. Because on one end, you're going to be nullifying a lot of V-Skill 1s, but at the same time, I feel like this at least opens up a larger potential, like, diverse cast of characters competitively.
Oh, yeah, definitely it will.
So, yeah,
It's like, it's good, but like, damn, pour one out for V-Skill 1s.
I mean,
Because a lot
Ryu's
of-
still gonna he's gonna be using his parry because he's getting a fucking dodge that doesn't make any
Shotos are never gonna
fucking
die.
sense.
But Ryu, nobody's using his parry anymore. That V-Skill 2, nobody's using that parry anymore.
Yeah,
But
But
evil moment, though.
he can't get anything off of his parry in the first place. They
He
nerfed
can't?
it. They nerfed it to the fucking ground. The best thing this dude could do after parrying something is like an EX Shoryu.
Oh well, never mind. It's gonna be the V skill too.
You know who has a better? You know who has a V-Skill parry who is better than Ryu's? Gil,
Oh yeah.
because his shit has like
Oh, that shit looks
It's-
dumb.
he can jab after.
I
it.
know. When I seen that, I just seen ding ding, bah. I was like, I was like, whoa.
He can do whatever. He can press whatever fucking button he wants after he parries. But like they're counterbalancing that with the fact that unlike Ryu, he has two different parries. He has one for mids and highs and one for lows. So
Yeah.
like you gotta guess what your opponent's gonna do before you go for the parry. You could possibly get blown up. Whereas Ryu is like you just press the V skill button and you just parry whatever the fuck comes your way at the cost of literally not being able to do anything except smile and wave after you parry their move. So.
Just smile and wave, boys.
And Alex's parry is tied to his V trigger, so that's obviously better than Ryu's because it spends a resource and he can get off more stuff from his parries off his V trigger versus Ryu just doing his V skill for free.
Yeah.
But yeah, Champion Edition. I'm excited because this is probably gonna breathe some new life into the last year of Street Fighter V. Capcom said that they were gonna support this game to 2020, and they kept up on that promise. So it doesn't matter how you feel about Street Fighter V as a game. You gotta admire the fact that Capcom stuck to their fucking word. And you don't need to buy another disc. You don't have to buy this shit physically. If you already have Street Fighter V, just download the shit from your console.
Yeah.
They kept their promise on you only needing one disc.
Yeah.
You can't say fuck Capcom, they suck, their fighting division is terrible. Cause like, they've been honest. They've made some decisions that I don't like, but I respect the honesty. And that's all that matters.
Honesty is the best policy.
Now if they can port over MVCI's rollback to Street Fighter V so that Street Fighter V has good rollback, then Street Fighter V, hell yeah, that's gonna be the fucking game to watch out for. But as long as they keep that shitty ass rollback that they currently have, I don't know, I'm probably just gonna be playing that game locally. Because Street Fighter V's rollback still is booty cheeks after 4 years.
Yeah.
But Marvel's rollback isn't. Everybody please play Marvel Infinite. That game has good rollback. Everybody, to go back to Guilty Gear for a little bit, there was a survey at Arc Revo where everybody who attended was able to like answer some questions and shit on there.
I see
And
that.
like they
Oh
talked
my
about
gosh.
rollback, and like everybody was just there was two people in two camps: people who like GGPO and everybody who's dunking on rollback because of Street Fighter V. And like there's like a pocket of people who's like, yo, you know who has good rollback who doesn't use GGPO? Marvel.
Yeah.
Marvel Infinite. That game's rollback is fucking dope. y'all really need to stop playing Street Fighter V and judging your opinion on rollback based on that. Because Street Fighter V's rollback is pretty fucking terrible. It doesn't use GGPO, but everybody thinks that rollback is GGPO only. When there's a game out there that proves you don't need to use GGPO specifically. So, ArcSys, y'all don't have to use GGPO. I know that, Japanese people ain't about using other people's shit, code of honor and all that. That's admirable, but it's also kind of dumb sometimes. Make your own rollback. If you don't think GGPO is going to work for Guilty Gear Strive, make rollback that works for Guilty Gear Strive. With that being said, when they said that shit, I was like, what the fuck do you mean rollback isn't going to work for Guilty Gear? It works for literally every other fighting game that has it.
I think it's because they said it's like how they design their games, but to me in that mindset, I'm like, well, if you design it with that in mind, then it should fucking work. Right?
It's like, I didn't understand where they were coming from with that, because there are slow games and fast games that use fucking rollback. And Guilty Gear is a fast game. So it's like, what part of the Guilty Gear system is not going to benefit from rollback netcode?
I honestly, I couldn't even think of like one thing. All the systems, like, what makes it even crazier is that they're taking so much out of the game and putting so much depth into what's already still in the game. Yeah. So where there's a lot less to focus on now. So that means there was a lot less time spent on shit that was arbitrary, like weight classes, stuff like that you guys don't even need manpower for anymore. Like the small shit that you need to detail, you can focus now onto things that make the game literally a better experience now.
Yeah.
So where they're coming at, where there's literally, because I forgot one of the interview, what was the name of the dude that Wooly interviewed?
Daisuke Ishitari.
Yeah. So like when he was saying that there was a lot of people like that were very, very complacent in where they sat on whether GGPO should be in the office, to me in my mind, already shows.
Like, he said that the team was split. Half of them were like, yeah, rollback would be dope. The other half is like, no, it wouldn't. Y'all niggas are dumb.
Yeah, like it just shows you like how like a lot of people really don't give a fuck whether the game runs functioning for outside of what they can comprehend.
I want to know the thought process on the other half of the team.
Exactly.
No. Like let me interview them. Just be like, why don't you think rollback's going to work for a fighting game that everybody knows rollback works for?
It's just crazy. I don't know.
That's it. I'm done going off about Street Fighter V. Very, it's kind of obvious that I do care about Street Fighter V.
Yeah, of course.
Street Fighter V is good, and I kind of wish people would stop dunking on it so much. Like, it's a different Street Fighter game, but hey, literally every Street Fighter game is different from the last. So,
yeah,
that's true.
When Street Fighter 6 comes out and everybody has that game and says 5 is good, I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna be all like, I knew y'all niggas was gonna do this shit. It happens every time. It happens every time.
It happens in the NRS community a fucking lot. So
yeah.
You guys aren't committed like the Guilty Gear community, who there are still people out there still playing plus R, and they're just like, excerpt fucking blows.
I mean, you can look at my PS4. I still got MKX and Injustice 2 downloaded. I'm ready to play anytime someone says, "Hey, bro, want a match?" I've seen Superman's in that game, and then you're gonna see me creak around the corner, have a big ass grin on my face, and say, "So you like Injustice?"
And you know, the less said about the Melee community, the better. But we already know.
Yeah. Melee's sick.
Just some communities are a little stubborn with their games.
Melee's alright.
Melee's sick.
I miss Ken. I'm gonna just say that.
I miss Ken.
Wait, and what?
You don't know who Ken is? He was like the first major best player in Melee from like the early ass Melee competitive scene.
That's why I don't know. Who did he play? Fox?
No, he played Marth actually.
Oh, okay. That was going to be like 1 or 2 characters down. Because the top 8 never changes.
He's the reason why a lot of people got scared of Marth in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, you could blame him for Marth being the meta for a long ass minute.
That's what made me hate about like when I talked about like Melee, because I didn't play it, but then I'd be like, someone would be like, "Oh, bro." They're like, "Oh, you play fighting games? Do you like know anything about me?" I was like, "Yeah, Westball's my favorite play." "Oh, you like a person who fucking made stuff." I said, "Dude, it's not my fault. He's a top tier. He uses a top tier. Like, I was like, have you seen the man move his hand? I don't fucking care because he plays the same character everyone else is. Well, no shit. Like,
damn, I'm sorry he wants to win.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, What am I gonna do? Walk up to the dude and be like, "Hey, bro, I know you're a godlike player, but like for this one fucking match,
I'm gonna need you to play Bowser.
Yeah,
Real quick.
exactly." He gonna look at me and be like, "The fuck." Oh my gosh.
Oh shit. Well, coming up onto the last topic.
I'm bowing out.
Yep. All right, Jalen.
Is this just
have
a
a good
me
night at
and
work,
Brandon
man.
topic now?
I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, this really is just a me
Hit me
and
with that SpongeBob.
I'm head out. So this past Thursday, Blaze Blue Cross Tag had the huge 2.0 update, adding 9 new characters: Celica and Susanoo from Blaze Blue, Elizabeth and Adachi from Persona 4, Hilda from Unist, and then Neo from Ruby, as well as newcomers Yumi from Senran Kagura.
The worst girl.
Whoa.
The worst girl.
Whoa.
Of
The
all the-
animosity.
Dude, I really fucking hate Yumi.
Why?
She's so fucking boring. She's so boring.
She's an ice chick.
Okay, that don't mean you need to be boring. Jin's an ice
What?
chick and he's not boring. I quite like Jin a lot. That's the homie. That character development is really fucking
Jin's
good.
an ice chick.
I love Jin, alright?
Shoutouts to Weiss.
Yeah.
Look, Weiss is kind of like a magic person in general.
She uses dust to be correct. It's not
Oh,
ice.
it's not even magic. It's dust.
It's-
My bad.
I thought she used ice.
Look, before Volume 4, this shit was set in stone, literally.
Well, I made it like halfway through Volume 3 before I tapped out. I don't know what happened after that.
If
It's
you
magic
want
now?
the TLDR, no one knows what fucking dust does until they come up to it. Like legit, like if you had been watching the newest episode that just came out, bro, they were like, oh, and the Grim Monster, he's taking over this like entire rock and boulders. Oh shit. And there's dust around the room. I said, whoa, we really brought dust back into the series? What a turnaround. I said, we really give a fuck about this shit now.
How do you forget about a mechanic that one of the main four
I know,
characters
bro.
uses?
Like we had this huge ass thing with like a whole like underground like black market fucking dust market shit with like Volume 3 with how like Weiss's dad hates how half the market is. She has like they're like a whole part of the world is conflicted over fucking dust. We go to Volume 4, Cinder, Emerald, woo, Crow's coming back. You didn't know who Crow was? Well, you're in for a world of fucking fun. You're like, wait, whoa, dust. Then you go into Volume 6 and you're just like, and Salem, and more Grim, and yeah, and they're like, dust, and then the creator goes, dust? Are you talking about Guilty Gear, bro?
It's like that's the universal overhead, right?
And you're just you just sit there and then just this first episode in like fucking years, bro. Oh my god, and we're in a dust wait, whoa. I remember when there was dust back in my day.
It's been 84 years.
84
Dust? Wait, the best one, Dust? I haven't heard that name in years. That's how I felt, bro. Sorry, I had to go on my mini rant because that shit pisses me off still.
Nah, dude, I feel it. Ruby as a concept pisses me off. It could have been good.
Like I love watching that show, but like when you just think of the shit that they set up, like even Penny's death just goes, you're like, fuck, there's some real weight, and then she just gone. And then she pops back up and, oh yeah, this famous scientist that was just held over in the fucking kingdom where, you know, Weiss's dad stays. He's just mechanically fucking insane and he just recreated Penny.
Well, I mean, she's a robot.
She was
never fair.
But like, it was.
Like that death was like a slap on the wrist for me. It's like, they're just gonna.
No, but the whole point of that death was not because of that. It was to show that, like, everybody who was evil in that show at the time did not give a fuck who they were going out for. Everyone was free game. That's what that was supposed to show.
Yeah.
And then we're just saying, well, fuck all that noise. She was safe the entire time. Nothing was gonna happen. Okay.
Yeah.
I get she's robot, but bro, like, come on, bro. Like, I love that she's back, but bro.
Bruh.
So yeah, Yumi sucks. They should have used Asuka instead.
I
I
agree.
still wouldn't have played Cross Tag, but I would have appreciated the fact that they had a better Senran Kagura in there. She's the main character.
I feel like all you and everybody
She's
else
the
want
main
us to
character. Bro, that's like saying Luigi's in Cross Tag. Well, fuck Mario, I guess. Like, we really about that life? Luigi's the Switch exclusive and not Mario?
I mean, like, but Luigi's Mansion, bro.
Like Luigi's cool. I love Luigi. He's my favorite bro. But you ain't gonna skip the main character like that. You're just not. This is people who, when they saw Springman as a fucking assist trophy in Smash, thought Ribbon Girl was gonna be playable. Like, no, that's not how this shit fucking works. Apparently it works like that for Cross Tag, though. Bro, they put in Blitz Tank and not any other character from fucking Akatsuki Blitzcomp in there with Akatsuki. Akatsuki has beef with like half the fucking roster, except for the fucking tank. And y'all put in the tank as the second character. Are you serious? I was watching Coefficient do Astrals on Blitz Tank with the entire cast, and it looks jank all the fucking time. And I'm just like, I fucking hate this game so much.
My favorite is still watching Ruby because she's carrying it
Hers is so
while he's
bad.
making that dumbass
And
expression.
then she
He's
does
like,
the swipe. She does the swipe, and his sprite flips. And I'm just like, this is so fucking bad. This game is garbage. Oh my god.
It is funny because like how Coefficient even like said it for like Teddy's. He said they gave up on that shit. He said for one frame, Blitz Tank is gonna be there, and then he's just gonna zip and just be in the fucking pod and just go. It's like they gave up. They were like, nope, we're not animating that shit.
It's like when Capcom put fucking Hauser, the dinosaur from Red Earth, and Capcom Fighting Evolution. And it's like Zangief doing a fucking hyperatomic spinning fucking, I forget his super's name. I'm mad. But that shit looks absolute trash on that fucking dinosaur.
Oh my god.
And it's like, why do devs like to put in this, oh, haha, funny big character, knowing damn well that they don't fucking work with everybody else in the game? God damn it. That Ruby shit had me heated. He just flips after the slash. You got it. Have you seen it, Charlie?
No.
It's hilarious, bro.
You gotta see it.
Half of those fucking Astrals are hilarious on Blitz Tank, bro.
We'll watch it afterwards.
It is janky as fuck. I am so mad.
And they have like
this game came.
his pain,
BlazBlue
his
died
pain
for
frame.
this shit.
You know how every character has like a pain frame, like their panel that they're drawing for when they're in pain.
Yeah.
His is literally the rollers, like the treads, are just bent up slightly, not even like excruciating, like where it looks like he'd be actually taking, just slightly. His head is dipped out, and he's just wide. Mouth, his jaw, like basically looks unhinged. His soul.
Now, to be fair, it was also like that in Akatsuki Blitzcomp. However, Akatsuki Blitzcomp isn't as over the top as Cross.
Exactly.
So it makes more sense in that game versus in this one. So why the fuck did y'all not put in the fucking Chinese chick? Because I probably still wouldn't have played Cross Tag, but my waifu would have been in the fucking game.
Oh my gosh.
Oh shit.
But we don't want to spend money animating a whole ass other character. They didn't even want to spend money voicing another character. That's why Neo's in. She doesn't fucking
To be fair, she has placeholder noises that she makes when she gets hit. So they went to some effort to make sure that she was
placeholder noises. So when I hear placeholder noises, I'm shot all the way back to Crash Team Racing on the PS1 when you play as Penta Penguin and you get a boost and you hear some guy go Penguin Yay 1 and not a penguin sound. The rest of his clips are penguin noises except for when he gets a boost where it's just some dude saying Penguin Yay 1 and Penguin Yay 2. And those are legit placeholders that weren't supposed to be in the game.
That shit even existed.
So when I hear that, I'm expecting when Neo gets hit, it says Neo takes damage 1. Neo takes damage 2.
No, fuck all the bullshit. They said, ice cream named Mute Girl, voice 1. Ice cream mute voice girl, voice 2. Bro, oh my god.
Shit.
This game got me fucking mad. Why is this on the docket, Brandon?
Because it all came out.
People play the game, bro. To some extent, despite what you don't like about it and the simplicity you don't like about it, there's still a lot of shit to that game. It's just not in the places that I know we all don't like where it should be.
Look, that game is being
if you like-
that game is being dual carried by Ruby.
Look,
and Persona
if you
4.
like
Let's
a
be
classic
honest.
Coke that's had 2 pounds of ice,
You
melting
are
in it
straight
over 2
talking
hours.
facts, but let
That
me
game is being dual carried by Ruby and Persona 4.
Yeah, what?
That is the truth.
You're straight facts. I just want Charles to finish.
I
Finish,
was just
Charlie.
saying, if you like a glass of Coke that's been sitting with ice in it for 3 hours, then by all means,
Yeah, hey.
drink your watered down Coca-Cola. More power to you.
I
If
bet
you're
Charlie.
that thirsty, but
Yeah, y'all got this game fucked up.
I'll go and play.
The
Central,
game's got us fucked up.
I'll go and play Central Fiction, where that shit is straight Baja Blast fresh from the fountain.
Hell yeah.
From the fountain. Oh no.
Oh,
Ah,
shit.
fuck.
Shoutouts to Blake though.
That's the most subtle shout.
You literally, what you just did, you were like the mother with her kid with the band-aid on and just ripped that shit off, watch your kid cry for like 2 whole minutes and said, it's okay, honey. I don't like that you're crying, but it's okay.
Look, I
I'll give
got
you
that
one
too.
thing.
Let's go to McDonald's. Blake's
It's,
cool.
it's like I got that too. For like the week and a half that I spent playing Cross Tag, I did have fun playing Ruby. She is a fun character. I wish she was in a better fighting game.
I mean, that's how I feel about Yang. Like, to me, her whole armor gimmick, I just love, because I know the armor gimmick came from the idea of her semblance, which in reality they could have did a lot better with, but it's how the game plays. It's all simplistic ideals brought into slightly deeper mechanics. So the whole point is she plays into making sure she can read where you're gonna poke buttons or press buttons. And they even changed, like, 2 of her changes. Her 2B now is no longer head invulnerability, but she gets armor. And it's, to me,
Isn't her 2B her anti-air?
yeah.
Why would you?
See, that's where I had there, but it's a double-edged sword. Because, like, I was testing off, like Ragna's, like, jump C. I ripped through that bitch, even if you try to make that shit safe, including his other buttons. But then there's other characters who basically kind of do whatever the fuck they want.
Why do you have an armored
I
anti-air
don't know.
when the anti-air is already designed to beat air moves?
To put it into perspective, I just thought of this, and I feel like this is the best way I can describe the first 2 weeks of me playing Cross Tag. Do you remember the episode of Family Guy when they do that quick joke about Peter having an orbit? And
Aww.
yeah, and then Brian throws the TV, and Peter has that exact reaction. That was me playing Ragna and Blake, where like Blake was the intermittent moment of Peter just laughing, and then as soon as I switched from Blake to Ragna, it's just aw, like aw. Like Blake was the new fresh experience, and then as soon as I switched up to Ragna, I remembered why I stopped
See,
playing.
Shoutouts to Cross
I
Tag
feel
for
like
not
you-
including
see,
Kagura.
I feel
Kagura
like
does
you-
not need to be in Cross Tag. Don't do my man like this.
I feel like you guys had really bad experiences, because you guys...
Yeah, the bad experience.
I
is,
understand you.
why does
your
the world
whole
have
your whole
one
character
button for
basically got
normals?
dished down. Like they went like this. They said, "And we're carrying the rear such." Oh fuck! And then just dropped the shit and said, "Well, I guess it's okay now."
But my problem.
I feel like you just looked at it and just was like,
No, my problem
Huh.
is like when I press
The
5,
fuck y'all
when I
doing
press
over
5A with Noelle, why is she using her fucking anti-air? This move whips on fucking crouchers, and y'all want that to be her default neutral tool? Suck my fucking dick.
"Hey, look at it from my perspective. Yang's a really good character."
yeah. I like Yang too. I'm glad my favorite Ruby character is good in Cross Tag. I
Boy,
sure do
she's-
wish all
she-
my favorite Blaze Blue characters and Undernight characters
What?
were good in Cross
Wait,
Tag.
hold up. Wait. That's not what I heard in the hype trailer when I heard Ruby's voice. I heard Ruby's voice, and that's what made me buy the game.
Yeah, you and literally everybody else. Except for the Persona fans who were like, they saw Narukami and it was like, hell yeah, let's go.
Rest in peace, show.
Bruh.
For
Rest in peace show indeed.
because that dude was lit in Ultimax.
Stop it, with or without Persona?
Both.
Okay.
I played both of Show. I play a Show and Persona. Like, what do you mean?
Okay.
I fucked with him.
I just played show. I didn't. mess with
He was a
Persona.
red-headed dual swordsman with a cross-shaped scar on his face.
All
That
he
is my
needed
fucking dude.
was a wolf on the back of his fucking
And he
blazer.
he fucking made puns. That
Yeah.
dude was mine.
Oh my god. No more puns, please. I got enough of my fucking work.
Aegis, Shadow Labyrinth, and Chie were mine. Mainly
Chie,
Aegis.
hey, that's what's up.
Aegis was mainly my number one, only because her persona's name Athena.
Mm.
Literally, when I heard that, my friend looked at me. He's like, "You can't come over to my house to play Persona." I said, "I didn't ask." Instantly, I was just like, because this was like 2 years ago. I was just like, "Oh, what? You're telling me her persona is named Athena?" He said, "Oh fuck, I got him started." And then, like, fucking Chie, just because Chie's a fucking G, bro. Chie, my legs will take care of it. You see these punches? Hold up. She is literally my hoping point. Her and Bulette were my hoping points of how Yang was going to be designed. And basically, that's literally what the fuck they did.
I mean, I don't know. Yang doesn't scratch my bullet itch.
No, she doesn't. But still, she has her flair, which is to me was the whole point of her existing. I was like, I just need semblance to make fucking sense, because like her semblance could have took a whole fucking way turn and just she takes damage to do dish damage, and then make her be like that. Oh, you know, unless you're hitting me, I don't do damage to you mid combos, and I could have been
so like a worse version of Raven.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I would have been so pissed.
And they already have that because fucking Carmine has that same.
Exactly.
Well, Carmine doesn't need to get hit. His special moves just take his HP.
Huh.
Like he doesn't need to take a hit to hit hard. He just throws out blood and like it slowly eats away at his own life.
To me, and that's the thing that sucks about him, and which is like where my gripes are with BB Tag when I'm like playing Eunice. I played fucking Eunice a lot before BB Tag came out, and then to play Gordo, I was happy because Gordo feels like the same fucking character. Like literally, the only real changes is if you really care about doing the input for Mortal Slide, as if it's any difficult in doing it in Eunice.
Yeah,
but like. Other characters,
anything, a lot of the Eunice characters kind of survive translation across tag.
The only two exceptions I would say are like Waldstein to some extent and Hilda, in my opinion. Even though like a lot of Hilda players seem to like her, I'm like literally the first hour of me trying to like lab her, I felt like her. Okay, for one, the biggest thing I don't like about it is her 5A in BB Tag is her 6-6B. In Eunice, I was like,
"What the fuck?"
That feels so fun. It's faster, but I don't like that. That's what the button was. And then her 5B is her fucking projectile.
Of course it is.
If her her 5BB is her projectile into 2.
It kind of sounds like Noelle all over.
Yeah, and
it's like her 5A is her 6A, and her 5B is her drive.
Like to me, and that's why I like Susanoo, because like
this character doing damage.
When I went back to look at Susanoo's shit in CF, like literally all his shit is damn near the fucking same. But then I'm like, I look at Hilda and I'm like, but why did you change her like this? I mean, granted, I have other characters that make me like and enjoy the game to the extent that I do, because I try to make other teams without Yang, and then I always just go, yikes, Yang's not on my team, and go right back to her. Because literally, I could not enjoy the game.
That was my problem with the game, too. Like, unless I was playing Ruby and S, I wasn't having fun with literally anybody else. Like, exactly. I was like, yo, I want to put Hosma on one of my teams. Because, like, I remember how to play Hosma a little bit. And, like, bro, he fucking sucks. Like, I hate him in Cross Tag. He feels half there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like I'm playing a whole character when I'm playing Hosma in Cross Tag. It's like, it bothers the hell out of me.
That's how I am with fucking, like, Hilda. That's why I haven't... I was trying to lab her, and she just doesn't make sense in that game to me. And like her 2A, like to me, that's the whole selling point to her fucking pressure. I poke you at a long range and do this super short button that you can't see that I'm doing until you actually look at my character, and then I hit you with some shit. And then her in that game, her 2A is her 2B. So that big ass sword you can always see is now my supposable fast poke. No. Like, just 100% fucking no. And then her air moves, I don't even want to get started on that shit, because that already had me like, I was just like, look, I'm not even the best Hilda player, but I don't like where this is going. Like, all this just feels wrong. It feels dirty. And I'm like, I put Yang back on the screen, I go, I feel better now. And then I look at Hilda, and then I start not liking the game. So, like, I get where your gripes are. It's just, I found, like...
Oh, bro, don't even get me started on 9. Jesus. I hate 9 Cross Tag, god damn it. I remembered all these spell combinations for fucking nothing, because it's a meter now.
Bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
Damn, I'm trying to keep you out.
I have to keep pressing fucking buttons to slowly build up to a spell I want.
My name is New 13? I have 13 ways to keep you out. Oh, it seems like you're pressing one button there. Don't stop, man. I'm making reads.
Look, to be fair, we're not going to pretend like Drive wasn't New's entire kit. in Blaze Blue.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I'm
think
lying.
you maybe-
She's got gravity seed and shit like that.
I was gonna say, I think maybe you hit, A, B, or C every once in a blue moon.
But those buttons still existed.
If they're jumping
just-
out, you hit 6A.
But now I'm getting nightmares of the fucking corner bullshit where she would just fucking do, I think was it 4 or is it 6C? She would do like the loops with the fucking floaty blades, like Aurelia type bullshit.
Oh yeah, that is I believe that's 6C.
Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah. Outside of that, if you were mid-screen, it was D all day.
Yeah,
D for days.
just like hold the
D for days.
Taker Mains were like, yo, I don't want to play this game anymore.
I just want to hit the X button. That's all I want to do.
Either way, I think the patch is pretty good. The shit that they changed is pretty nice.
I heard they added new system mechanics. What
Yes.
did they implement?
Yes, they did. So some of the 5 biggest changes that they made to cross tag. So they added the cross raid, extra assault, rampage time, the delayed down entrance, and they increased the majority of the character health.
So
for
do
the
you want to
game as well.
explain what the first 4 do?
Yeah, I got you.
Because
So-
the last one is the only one that makes sense to me.
Which
Yeah.
The other ones sound like anime mechanics, so explain those.
Okay.
Which one's the system that reverts their control scheme to CF?
It's in CF and it's called technical.
All right,
Oh shit! So the first one, cross raid. So basically, after you land your smart combo 1, it will do an active switch to have your other would have your partner come in.
Dude, that's fucking gross.
Yeah.
Why would you do
and
that?
it does a lot of damage.
Yeah, and then you get
Really?
and then you get the
5K to free per zact, not exact per zact.
Yeah, and then
What the fuck?
and then you
They
get,
really don't want me to play this fucking game anymore.
and then the partner gets the active switch buff too, because it is and then you can do more damage.
This game plays itself.
Hold on. Let me.
This game is playing itself for
before
you.
he explains any further, that active switch buff is on every active switch mood in the game. There's no specific instance. There's no hard to time move. There's no intricate I can't fucking speak. But there's no specific sequence that you have to actually get this buff. You literally just get it for active switching, other than normal switching. So like, if you see your character out there and you can switch them, you get that buff.
But then it drains all of your cross gauge meter as well. And,
Yeah.
and every time it will increase your resonance level. So you could do 4 cross raids and be at resonance level 4.
And that's just from mashing square.
Correct.
This game is fucking garbage. Jesus Christ. Why do people play this? I know why they play this shit, but why do they play this
Cause
shit?
have you seen the top players play this fucking game? Shit looks crazy and fucking nutty.
Yeah, it does.
But it's all, I feel like,
every
I feel
time
like
I
it's
watch
only
it,
in
I'm
that
just-
vacuum though. It's only in their vacuum where it looks crazy and fucking nutty.
Yeah. This game sucks.
the
I'm tilted.
the
I don't want to play this shit anymore. I'm
So,
mad.
so the second big change that they made to the extra Clash Assault. So basically, Clash Assault, you got the
That was 5C.
yes.
You hit him and you had to like time C
Yes.
to get more.
So
movement,
you
shit
could
like that.
spend a meter to get increased damage for that, but only if you have both of your people. So
Is there any mechanics that help out solo characters besides resonance? Because that was one of my major problems with cross tag. Like once a character died, if you weren't playing somebody who can play the game by themselves, you fucking lost.
honestly,
No.
no.
I will tell you this now. No, and they will never add that. You know why? Because the whole point of the game is to keep your 2 characters.
Well, damn. Then they should make it 2 rounds where if both my characters died, we move to round 2 then.
Oh wait, no. You're speaking non-versus. We're versus here.
Yeah,
I know 2 characters seems weird, but we're talking versus.
true. So then,
Shit's dumb.
and then they added a rampage time into this, not to get confused with danger time. But so when the match reaches 80 seconds, you'll get an automatic increase in your skill gauges over time. I don't know how fast it goes up.
Well,
I haven't-
meter and cross tag builds pretty fucking quick.
and then I would assume in rampage time it'd be fucking
I'm
nutty.
about to
how
look up the
fast
video because
it
I'm
goes.
kind of
Like
curious.
I haven't gotten
Probably
into a
not.
match yet where I've triggered rampage time yet. And if I have it, if I was like super close, it's probably at like 83 seconds. But then I didn't go down lower because we were both in resonance at the time. So I haven't been able to see Rampage time yet, but yeah. So the amount of skill gauge increases as the match approaches time up, and then this will cause skill gauges for both players to increase continuously. There's the delayed down entrance. So when you're calling in your second, when you're calling in your partner, when the first fucking character dies, you can pretty much time when you want to bring them in. So I think that's useful. I've unintentionally done it once, but
I only do it.
I mean, that just means the other person just has to wait a little bit longer.
Yeah, I was like,
It's
I only
like
do
when
it after
when it
off
comes
time.
to like delay stuff like that, is like, I don't care.
I only use it to off time so that I can either catch you in increments of walking or like at least force you to block.
yeah.
I'd rather you block my incoming than for you to be anywhere else and in getting basically a free fucking Oki setup on my incoming character.
Yeah.
So
that is that. So the character health pools. Any characters that had 14,000 health went up to 16. Any characters that had 16 went up to 17, and then there were no adjustments for characters with 18 and 20,000. So pretty much your big boys, Tager, Waldstein, pretty much untouched in the health pool department.
So that means matches like are a little bit longer now.
Correct.
Because that was also another problem I have in Cross Tag.
Yeah,
like,
no.
If I was about to have some semblance of fun with the game, the match was over.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, like I just got this combo with Ruby started. I didn't even end it, and your nigga's dead.
Yeah. And then they reduced the percentage of damage received by for the persona breaks.
Yeah.
So you don't take as much damage with the persona characters if their persona breaks on them. So I feel like more
you can't break personas in Cross Tag.
yeah, you can.
yeah, you can.
You can hit them, but like
No,
you know,
when you hear them break, yeah, it's not the same break.
They don't have the persona break mechanic from Persona 4
Yeah,
Arena.
but
like, the personas just get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Like I hear Persona break and like
Yeah, I know. I thought the
remember
same
when
thing.
my Persona
Like I'm like
GAs
I remember the cards being there, and I'm like, but Persona's not breaking this game. But I guess
Yeah.
it's when you're actively
like
getting
they're
hit
calling
as you're
it Persona break, but
Yeah.
it's not Persona break. I got it.
Yeah.
Like I'm just expecting because like I've had Tomoe get hit 4 times and like I still had Tomoe afterwards.
Exactly. Which would have been interesting for them to do is that
I
if
feel
you're
like-
like they overall for all Persona characters in this game alone just hit 3 times, and then your Persona goes away for like 5 seconds, and you
I
can't
feel
just
like-
actively just throw them out again.
I feel like with the lack of tools that the characters just have in general, that would be really bad for the Persona characters.
Of
because
course.
a whole bunch of them would just lose shit.
But do you not see how all dumb like half the fucking cast is on Persona characters?
I thought it was just Narukami who was fucking blowing
No.
everybody up. Who else from Persona is
Akihiko?
doing good? Oh,
Akihiko, Mitsuru.
Akihiko's dumb. He
Yeah.
has a free. Well, they let me slow down. They nerfed his block string that basically gives him his like heat stacks or whatever the fuck you want to call them. Because he had like a full stack where he could stagger a button and get all his stacks,
Mhm.
and just the next hit was gonna decimate your shit. Like I'm talking about like 7K on like the first 5 hits decimate your shit.
Oh yeah.
But like they limited it down so you can't just get all the heat stacks. He could still do retarded damage. But I felt like it would have been interesting because all the Persona characters have something stupid in their own. Like now that like Adachi, for example, like Adachi's fucking Persona is like, in my opinion, like a better used Persona. But the only thing is he doesn't have the same like overall options as you does for like setup potential in the game wise. So like
yeah, it's kind of like that in Persona.
yeah,
as
so
well.
it's like there's like a lot of shit you could do with use, but like all the setup potential that his I forgot the name of the beam that they do, but
Zeodyne?
yeah, the Zeodyne, he fucking covers the whole top of the screen, and Adachi literally can just do whatever the fuck he want, and then you have your assist. So like you can just cover the whole top of the screen. They can no longer fucking jump. That is free pressure. If you have any lockdown assist, that's free pressure. I'm not even kidding. I watched Fame 9's. I was watching Fame stream like I want to say 10 o'clock earlier. Literally, that's all I seen. The dude was running Adachi U. Boom, Iodine. Get ready for this mix, and literally is like the whole match. And I was like, yeah. In this game, I could see them breaking breaking the personas and then have them be gone for like 5 or 6 seconds would to me change the game up and make them actually have some depth to those characters, because those characters are fucking nutty. Like all of them are nutty. Even the ones that aren't as good are still fucking nutty.
You telling me Yukiko is nutty?
Yes, they just buffed her. Yes, I'm not kidding.
What could they do to Yukiko to make her good? Because she was bad even in Persona.
She
as well.
throws twice as many fans.
I mean, yeah, that's like actually one of the most they gave her.
Oh, it is.
She actually has a lot of fucking.
She got probably the most changes. Like every
Yeah, she has a lot.
Persona character
It's
this
all
patch
her
got buffed.
patch notes are like almost covering the entire screen of my phone.
Well, that's fair because Yukiko, when this game launched, was like didn't fucking function.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't a character.
She wasn't in the game.
Yes,
She's like Vega in Street Fighter V. Like this character's just not fucking here. Like I can pick them, but I'm not playing them because there's fucking nothing.
Like,
you enjoy your W, man.
Like, granted, this has to do with like new characters being added, like Yumi. But like with Yumi now, when you cross burst, if you use her Redka into her B Redka into A, she does her whole little icicle thing where she rises up like icicle. She jumps up, multi hits you, and slams you down to the ground. If you're playing Yumi Chie, you get a full level 3 charge. And the next 5 hits literally kill the character. It doesn't matter what you started off. Intense scaling too, you will fucking kill them. That to me,
that's crazy.
To me, I feel like that is where you kind of have to look at the Persona characters and go, and you guys just buffed them.
Yeah,
that's really crazy.
That's why I said like the game's fun. It just there's things I don't like about it that don't keep me from playing the game, but like things like that make me go. And I'm glad I don't play online on this game.
Yeah, no shit. Pretty much the majority of the cast, like you said, all the Persona characters got touched. Everybody in the cast got minor adjustments.
They didn't change anybody's buttons.
No.
Oh yeah, Labrys, her whole 5B is now her. Was it her? Is her 6D? They said from Persona. It's the one that like the little infinity reel that she has. That's her new 5B. It used to be the fucking arrow shit that is like completely fucking useless. Yeah. Now she literally just goes like this and covers like the full 3/4 of the screen. You cannot move in on her. And I love it.
Jin's DP fucking changed and it's screwing me up.
What did they do to Jin's DP?
I'm trying to. He does like the vertical swipe and then he does like a horizontal swipe too.
Yeah.
So he doesn't just do the vertical multi-hit swipe.
It's weird.
I'm trying to remember what his DP was in Cross-Tag because Jin has 3 DPs in BlazBlue proper. He's got like the quick diagonal one. He's got the big arc, and then he's got the meter burn one.
The arc one was his original one.
Oh, and they just gave him a follow up to that?
Yes.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, it's to me. I don't understand what was the change behind that.
Yeah,
I guess like the main reason why that was a weak DP, at least in BlazBlue, was because it was fucking slow.
Yeah,
and like
but also invul frames.
It did have a lot of invul frames, but like it was also hella unsafe too.
I mean, it's more of a reaction than a pressure tool than anything. But it was also used in corner combos.
Yes, it was,
which were pretty dope. But Cross-Tag doesn't have that.
It has corner combos.
No, it doesn't have dope corner combos.
I mean, I would raise you I'd raise you a Susanoo game, and I would tell you.
I'd raise you a CF Susanoo.
Oh my god! Stop! I'm trying to make the game look some kind of okays and some kind of lights that don't exist.
That was me in the first 2 weeks. I can relate.
I like this game to some extent. I know it's only Ruby. I literally every time I look at BB Tag, I just feel the urge of disgust, like the vomiting, and then I put on my rose shaded Ruby glasses and go, aha!
But my girl's in here though.
Aha! Exactly.
It's like this game is trash. I'm mad all the time. Characters be doing some dumbass shit. They buff the Persona characters, even ones who didn't need buffs.
Exactly.
But my girl Yang is in here, so that's why I'm still in.
Exactly. That's the only reason why I'm still here. Had they would the one thing that got me is this: when I heard them, they're like Yang's DLC. I instantly almost threw. I was about to say, no, fuck this. I'm not playing this game. And it's just a free DLC. I said, okay.
So when I saw that shit, I was like, what are you spending time on that you can't just put Yang and Blake in the game at lunch?
Right.
Like,
that's what
are you doing? Because this is our fucking recycle job. And like when the game came out and like I played through the whole shit, I was like, what did y'all spend time on that Yang and Blake weren't ready before this game came out? Like, what the fuck were y'all doing?
Yeah, I was curious about that as well when the game first came out.
Is Izanami playable in Cross Tag?
No.
Okay, because I'm betting they're gonna take her kit that was basically the Ninja Warrior course in CF and make it a McDonald's play place.
I'm not.
And Cross Tag.
I'm not gonna even want to touch
I
her.
fear for what they would do to
I've loved
Izanami's
that character too much now in the past like 3 fucking months to where if I seen her pop up in VV tag, I will feel more disgusted than I was with Hilda, and I was very disgusted with Hilda. And it was like I'm talking about like I'm sitting here trying to contemplate on this stuff is cool with Hilda because it looks cool. There's a lot of her shit that is more technical than all the other characters. Like I think the only thing that's not technical is her restands, but to me it's because her restands, if you're doing them in Eunice, you're not going to want to fucking play the game to get linchpin because you have to hold the entire combo. And I think for most people I've met in my entire life who like kind of play fighting games, they don't like how you have to do things that aren't just doing an input. And to me, I love that about Hilda. When I found out linchpin to get my restand was just a corner circle back C, I just instantly was just like, you guys are making it really hard for me to want to keep playing this shit.
Shoutouts to Zero and MVC. That's the first thing I thought of as soon as you said holding a button during a combo.
Yeah.
Oh, Zero loops. Okay.
Yeah. And that's what... But like, it just, to me... If they put Izanami in, I'm just gonna. Honestly, I probably won't play the game anymore because at that point, they don't care about how technical. I mean, like you can already see that they don't fucking care about technicality, at least in the sense of how characters function. Because all their technicality comes from the cross system, and I don't like it because I don't use the cross system well, and that's why I don't like it. I'm not like trashing on people who like the cross system. I just don't think it functions if you're trying to play for the characters. Because Yang. I feel like Yang would be such a better character if she had her own fucking game to function in.
Yeah.
Because her mechanics, how they are right now, already seem solid as fuck.
I say Ruby fans deserve a better fighting game for a reason.
Shit. I mean, hey, you trying to go down with some Grim Eclipse, bro? Like,
he brought up Grim Eclipse.
I'm gonna catch y'all the next Saturday after this one.
This man put on his fucking jacket too. He's done.
Look,
No,
man,
I'm not playing Grim Eclipse with you.
I just want I just want a good Yang. I want a good Yang. I can like just like sit there and go, I love these mechanics.
Like I feel it. Because like you know, like I said with Ruby, like I felt that too. It was like Jesus Christ, this character would work great in literally any other fucking fighting game.
She'd be terrified in like an actual like it's like say if they went the long mile. They will never do this, but say they went the long mile and they had like not really a CF comeback, but like just a Blaze Blue of actual Blaze Blue, not cross tag. And they put in Ruby characters and how technical they would be.
Yeah, no, that would be fun.
I would be terrified of Ruby because Ruby with her shoot style shit where she's bolting across, and then they just buffed it to make it faster.
Oh yeah, they did. It's fucking nuts.
Like, just her as an actual character, I'm just already thinking of, like, the dumb loops that she'd have in the corner, just purely off of that, in her own, like, actual functioning type of way.
Yeah.
That would be kind of fucking crazy.
It's like, or like, that's probably, like, one of, like, my biggest heartbreaks with Cross Tag, is the fact that, like, for the new characters who, like, aren't just, like, cut up, watered down versions of their past selves, like, the new people, there's stuff here. It's like, I can see, like, kindlings of something that could be great with these fucking characters.
Yeah.
But they're held back by cross tag systems.
Like,
and
Weiss?
like, that shit makes me angry. Like, I want to have fun playing this fucking video game.
Yeah, like, Weiss was my favorite design out of all the characters because she's a, like, set play trap character. But the problem is, she lacks what Byakuya has, and when I seen it. I was like, when I'm setting up dust, this shit don't matter unless I set up a high black dust and dive into you, and this was when it was plus, and it's not plus anymore. I'm like, well, now I have no reason to ever set up a black dust, ever.
Yeah.
I would only use white, and it's to set up on Oki. To me, that just literally made her so uninteresting to me, and that's why I was just like, after that, like, she's a cool character to play, but I just don't like playing her anymore. Like, literally, that was the first thing. And I was like, I think I'm going to stick out, like, Weiss, Yang, like, the whole entire they nerfed her, and instantly I was just like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, Yang needs a new partner.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, just, I've seen this. I've foreseen this. And it happens. I mean, that's what happens when you put newer characters in a game where, of course, mechanics are going to be more watered down. I should have expected that, but I was hoping that, you know, technical Weiss was gonna be the cool new shit. Like you know how cool it was seeing that shit pre-Evo, seeing people doing her fucking loops with the black dust, just seeing like the multi-dagger shit, and then she gets a setup, and then I'm just like, bro, that's so cool. And then they took that away. I'm just like, okay, I guess. Like, I guess. I mean, I don't know what else to think. Like, I was really hyped for her, and she's not my favorite character. I was just like, she had my game plan that I always find in fighting games, where I'm just like, set, play, trap, I'm there. And then they were like, no. And I was like, what did I do wrong? So, I don't know. The game is the game. Honestly, I play it just because game's in it. I say that every single time.
But that's fair. That's fair. I'll let you have that.
I'm still mad. Like, this is just like a personal fucking thing. But every time Weiss switches sides, the fucking Scar like switches sides as well.
Bro,
you haven't gone through like over 10 years of Baiken.
Yeah, bro.
Like the Scar, I wish it was just a Scar. Baiken switches fucking arms.
Exactly.
He only has one.
See, you're over here dealing with a Scar, bro. My boy, I was playing Hellboy for like a good like month or two. Do you know how annoying it is to know at all times that my boy has his hard-hitting arm on his right arm and to see it switch to his left arm because of gameplay sakes. Okay, I guess. Sure. You know, I don't think it's totally weird when I do back three and this man switches sides and does it with his right arm, and then immediately before I start the combo, it's on his left now. We just forgot that fast, huh?
Asymmetric character design doesn't work for 2D fighting games.
I hate it so much, though.
Pour one out for fucking Baiken. That shit is really fucking jarring. Like, you won't notice it in the heat of a moment, but all it takes is one guy to be all like, yo, she has one arm, right? I thought she only had the left arm.
Yeah.
And you're just like, shit, you're right.
And you just fucking...
And then you just can't...
It's like
can't unsee it.
You see a mirror, and it just shatters, and then you're just sitting there, the pieces fall, and you're sitting there holding your head like...
Like, you don't even notice it in the fucking Baiken mirrors either until somebody says something. And then it's like, damn, he's fucking right.
Imagine that commentator who was that, like, just being an ass that one day and said, guys, I'm glad you're enjoying this Baiken mirror between so-and-so and so-and-so. Have you guys noticed that, you know, her left arm's intact, but her right arm's not? And then all those people watching at home just click off the stream and says, that's enough. That's enough Guilty Gear for me for today.
That being said, that problem isn't happening for Gil in Street Fighter V Champion Edition because he has a different pose depending on what side of the screen he's on. To be fair, in Third Strike, they didn't mirror his sprites because the arcade board was that powerful that they didn't need to do that. But, like, they made it more obvious for Street Fighter V. Like, when he's on, I believe when he's on the left side of the screen, he has, like, his classic regular just kind of standing there pose. But when he's on the right side, he's, like, has his back to the camera and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want to know what that's going to do to his fucking buttons, but...
It's gonna
I'll
fuck
figure
with
that
them.
out. I'll figure that out next month.
I just think it's crazy because Street Fighter to me is the only game that's legit like dealt with that problem. Like Jury was probably the first instance when they were like, "Oh yeah, she has an eye patch now," and you're like, "Why?" But then you're like, "Oh, but it stays on the side."
Vegas still has that problem.
Yeah, but that's Vega though.
Vegas still has to switch his claw.
To me, Vega is just in a sense though.
It makes more sense than like switching your eye patch.
Exactly. If he didn't have the mechanic already of just taking off the claw, I'd be more like up in arms about it. But he already has that mechanic, so to me, switching sides with a claw to me doesn't really bother me so much. It's in that sense, it seems like he's just switching a stance of he's in an open paw stance, and then he's now in a southpaw stance.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense because he's using a claw, something that can be transferred.
Yeah,
a whole ass arm.
You can take it off and
exactly.
Put it on
a whole ass arm cannot be transferred.
Exactly.
Well, you guys have anything else to add about anything?
I'm trying to think.
Trying to big think?
I mean, there's nothing else like crazy not that I know of.
Yeah, not that I know of either. Pretty much.
I'm just waiting for that final Smash announcement.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I really don't know who to expect. Cause like the stuff that I've seen on Twitter, like people are making guesses like Gordon Freeman, Shantae, X character, Y character. Like I don't want any of them.
Tony Hawk, dude.
Well, okay.
Hey.
Tony Hawk, I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, are you ready for the fucking Tesla Cybertruck to be an assist trophy? You'll have the same function as the fucking the frog, the bus, the frog dude with the bus from Animal Crossing. How he just kind of like just takes your ass off stage. It's got the same mechanic.
Baby Yoda hops into battle.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like dead ass. Cause like normally I have a read on what developers do when it comes to like the characters they add in their games, but Smash has been subverting my expectations the entire fucking ride.
Oh,
So it's
Terry
like,
got me by
Facts.
Terry to me was just like this. Have you been watching? Are you awake? I said yes. And then I was like, Terry.
it's like it was Joker. It started with Joker, and I was like, I can't believe they got fucking Joker from Persona 5 in Smash Brothers. That's unreal. And like the hero from Dragon Quest is kind of more expected because Dragon Quest is fucking huge.
Yeah.
It's kind of more of a like, why did it take this long for Dragon Quest to be in Smash?
Exactly.
Banjo-Kazooie, out of all of them who's been released so far, makes the most sense because rumor has it he was supposed to be in since fucking Melee.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, hey, he's finally here, and like the way he functions in the game, he's like the closest to like a classic Smash character pre-Smash 4 where all the newcomers started being hella gimmicky. Like he's like the most not gimmicky newcomer out of every new character.
Oh yeah,
since
absolutely,
Smash 4.
absolutely.
And then you got Terry fucking Bogard, which of all the SNK characters, I'm surprised they didn't go with Kyo Kusanagi because King of Fighters is more popular.
I
than
know,
Fatal Fury.
right?
Like those are facts.
Even a lot of people even thought if it wasn't Kyo, it would have been Irie because like that's the second dude.
yeah, it's like if they
But
were going to
you
have Kyo, they were probably going to put in Iori.
Yeah,
But it's like,
but
they
they gave us Terry.
and they said Terry from Fatal Fury.
Exactly.
Not Terry from King of Fighters, because he's not from the King of Fighters, he's from Fatal Fury.
And that's to me where it sealed it, and I was like, oh, okay.
yeah,
well,
I was
guess.
like,
right?
what the fuck?
I mean,
like, I can't guess no.
Sakurai had a whole ass like fucking PowerPoint on the Neo Geo, all the Fatal Furies. This man even said
Sakurai loves him some fucking SNK fighting games, clearly.
Sakurai, if you're
it is
hearing
so
me,
evident.
you can make these games too. You don't have to only make Smash.
Let me find out Sakurai was in KOF 14 pools when it was at Evo.
One thing I recently learned as far as Terry goes, another little interesting tidbit. Apparently, so obviously Sakurai loves Fatal Fury, but apparently I learned that the voice actress for Kirby, like obviously normally doesn't play video games, like it's not her thing, whatever.
Mm.
But apparently, like way back when she was younger, I guess that was like the one thing that she played with her brothers was Mark of the Wolves. So obviously, she goes through all these different characters because Kirby has to have voiceovers for all these different moves that Kirby can get just by absorbing them.
Mm.
And apparently it like crossed her mind when she started reading off like Terry's moves, and she's like, wait a minute, I know exactly who this character is. And they're like, yeah, keep that under wraps. But because like Mark of the Wolves was like the only game that she's played in her life, and she immediately knew reading the script, like, oh,
She was like,
Terry's
wait,
coming up in
she
here.
was like, wait, Rock You? Hold on.
Yeah.
I know where that's from. It's like, I don't know where fucking Falcon Punch's from, but Rock You? Is this Terry?
I know, right? It's like you're hearing 10 years of Falcon Punch, and then she hears Power Away. What? What? Oh, what?
I'm just thinking caveman SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I just thought that was an interesting story that I recently heard.
No, that is
it's like, I don't know,
interesting.
like the bar is all over the place for whoever they can add.
Look,
in
man,
Smash. And,
at
like,
this point,
you can't fucking guess.
I
Like,
seen-
everybody wants Minecraft Steve, but Terry
Fuck that,
proves
no.
that we're not going with fucking obvious choices. It's like, fuck you, I'm gonna add whoever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
I just remember I looked at all the expected, or not really the expected, but the fan favorites of all the different regions.
Bro, that list sucks. Everyone on that list is garbage except for like 3 characters.
To me, look, I seen Japan had Gundam at 3, and instantly I said, Japan, you and me, we gotta get together sometime.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I know it'll never happen, but shit.
I don't.
That would be some shit.
Wing Zero and
Bruh,
Smash
if-
would live.
Exactly. Why I said that would be some shit.
I'll take a mobile unit if this means that Goku will never be in Smash. Like,
Well,
if they had a choice between like Sakurai broke down, was like, okay, we'll add one anime character, and it's like the fucking RX-78 for Mobile Suit Gundam. I am going to laugh so fucking hard because everybody wants Goku, and they're going to be mad as fuck. they are gonna be so angry, and I'm gonna just eat that shit up.
That reminds me, didn't he already say that the character would have to be originally in the video game?
Yes.
Yeah, he said this 50 million
Okay.
times, but that's not stopping all the black kids from asking for Goku. So it's like they didn't hear him. They didn't hear him.
That's-
Damn it. But like he said it. He said it multiple times.
He
And
did.
people will be all like, well, Sakurai also said that at one point in one interview from like 50 million years ago that there wouldn't be fighting game characters in Smash, and we got 3 of them dudes. So Goku in Smash? And like this like Sakurai might have backpedaled on a couple of things he might have said in the past, but like it's very clearly evident that adding an anime character is not one of those things he's going to be backpedaling on. Like, he keeps fucking digging his heels deeper into the fucking ground on that subject. He's
Yeah.
like, no. The Goku's not being in fucking Smash. And everybody's like, okay, so Goku's coming to Smash, right? And he's like, no. Like, he's not.
All right, see, look, Sakurai.
Every
I took
interview-
you out for dinner. I gave you some Salisbury steak, bro. But
Salisbury
Goku.
steak.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we balling on a budget. So, but like, Goku was Smash.
Alright, so
And
maybe I
it's
hear
like-
you, but how about Broly though?
And it's like, no
No
anime.
Broly, no Broly. So Goku.
Goku Black?
Goku's never coming to Smash, kids.
That shit is
Stop
so
asking
funny.
for him. Sakurai wants you to stop asking him for.
Yeah, I
Goku.
wouldn't-
He's not
Regardless,
Going to put him in
I wouldn't want him in Smash either.
Regardless, this fighter pack has to end on a banger.
It
It
has,
has to.
Yeah, yeah. I
The
agree.
thing is like
Who would be a banger though? That's the
there's
thing.
so many
Dante.
potential bangers, but like with
You
every
took the words right out of
I
it.
was about to say for him, yeah. I
Well,
don't
but
know
here's-
about for like.
Sakurai said it himself. He doesn't pick characters based off of like fan votes or popularity. He picks characters he thinks would be fun to play.
yeah,
And I
that's,
feel like
that's
that's
why
also
that's
very
why it took
important
him like
element.
50 million years to add Ridley to Smash, right?
I guess Ridley wasn't like fun to play.
It's like the first couple iterations he didn't get it, but Smash Ultimate he's like, all right, now I know how to make this character fun, and then he added him in there.
Yeah.
But it's like for ending on the banger, like everybody has a different idea of a banger. You're not gonna be able to please everyone. Like
That's true.
we would like to see Dante, right? But there are so many people in the Smash community where like if they see another fucking blade, they are going to kill themselves.
Hey, look, wait.
In
And
defense of that,
I was about to say,
in defense of that, Dante doesn't only use a blade.
And Hero doesn't only use his sword.
Well, Hero's also just fucking cancerous.
You say Dante wouldn't be?
look,
Smash
bro.
fans are going to be
I already
mad
know what
at
his
his
dash
combos.
attack is gonna be, and it's gonna be his multi-sword slash. I don't think anybody wants to do. Just
If someone wants to body me with Dante, I would take that every day of the week than ever play a fucking hero. I'm
It's
just
like
saying.
that's
It's-
fair,
it's-
but like that kind of drives my point home. Is like
Yeah.
everybody has a different idea.
I'd
of
rather
what they
play.
would like to
I'd rather
see.
play against a Smash 4 Bayo than a hero. I'm gonna be completely 100%
Yeah.
honest with you.
Facts.
But it's like he's like not Terry. Dante already has the stigma on him. He's not even in the game yet. He probably didn't even get the invite in the mail yet. But he already knows there are going to be so many people who fucking hate him because he has a fucking sword. And like
Yeah.
that shit is.
I
Like,
mean, there's so many
if
people that
he's
hate him
in-
because he's a fucking demon.
All right, curveball.
hell
Curveball V for Smash.
no. I'll be mad.
I'd be mad too.
Hey, excuse you? Did you
like,
say V?
like Pokemon Trainer, but you get to switch out between Shadow, Griffin, and
No, just stop.
No.
You just told me you
I'm
just
spitballing.
said, hey, look, I'm gonna sell you a half of Virgil. You cool with
What do you mean half? Oh, okay.
Look,
Canonically.
Canonically.
Spoilers.
Yeah,
But
Devil May Cry
gameplay-wise,
5
nah.
spoilers.
Gameplay wise, not.
that game-
I would prefer. I want the man with the boy and his sword. I don't want his cane. I don't want his pets. I don't want his
I don't
sword.
want to
You
see.
don't wanna
I don't
pin
want to
to
see
the wall.
Griffin. I don't want to see Griffin for the sole fact that I've already dealt with a flying character in a fighting game in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh,
do not need to see
bro,
Pet Shop
let's
again.
not. No, let's not go back there.
Dude,
Like,
you
like,
want
like,
dark
even,
times.
even if
Barbecue
even if Griffin ends up being worse than how Pet Shop was in that game, the fact that I'm seeing a bird flying is going to trigger my fight or flight response. I promise you.
quite literally.
It's like I'm gonna be heated. Plus, I played DMC5, so like I know what Griffin can do. I'm not gonna like fighting him.
Yeah, you play DMC 1. You know what Griffin can do. That's literally where the moveset came from.
Yeah, it's like, so, bro, I'm not looking forward to fighting that character. So V can stay his ass and don't make my
So it is written.
All right.
It's like I don't know who that banger would be.
It's a tough call.
I'm
It
gonna
really
just
is.
I'm gonna just say Tracer. I'm gonna say Tracer.
What?
I like.
You're gonna say
Look,
I'm
I-
sorry. I can't even.
Out of all of the potential, all of the potential,
The power
like,
of Christ compels you.
if we're going off of non-obscure picks, my choice would be Tracer because I like her. That's it. Like that's it. Like out of all these guesses that people want, Gordon Freeman, Minecraft Steve, Shantae, Gino, fuck them. I would rather have
You want
Tracer.
to know the
over
big
all of them.
difference between Tracer and all those characters? Tracer's Blizzard owned. I
Yeah.
feel like that's a key factor here that would not mow over well with a good chunk of the fan base.
Yeah.
Especially
yeah,
now.
no, of course, and like that's like the caveat, and that's like the kind of going on into like everybody's gonna be disappointed, except this is gonna be more people who's
I
disappointed.
mean,
because
I'm down for like
it's got
more
big stigma.
British representation in Smash. Like Cheers Love, Cavalry's here. I'm down, but no, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, geez. Plus, like, it's a Western dev, and like, Japanese companies are kind of like notorious for not working too well with Western developers. Shit's written in history. I'm honestly surprised that Banjo even fucking made it in the first place.
Yeah.
But like,
Shout outs to Phil Spencer over at Microsoft for working a deal to get Banjo.
yeah,
Smash, by the way.
like that shit is like,
Bro, it's not even just that.
That's
That man
why.
been
I'll say-
that man been flexing the big pockets ever since like Switch
Ever-
hit markets. He
Exactly.
said so. I heard y'all want that crossplay, and then they came up with a whole ass commercial dissing PlayStation unintentionally and indirectly, just to get PlayStation to go like, fuck it, I guess we'll do some crossplay.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
fucking Sony did it to Microsoft first with the E3 2012 press conference.
Yeah.
what about
Or
everybody
2013, sorry.
What are your bangers? Because he's got Dante. I'm on your side for Dante.
My
I would
obvious,
also
my
want
obvious
Dante.
banger
But, like,
pick
my-
would be Dante, but outside of that, realistically speaking, I would probably still be able to get hype over Crash or Spyro.
Like,
Okay.
Those are good. I would also like to see them too. Like that list that you said, where like it had everybody's from the regions. One of the characters that I
Yeah.
liked on that list was Crash.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Crash was the one where I seen where I was like, I mean, I'd be okay with that.
He could work in Smash. I can see it. Like, he's one of the ones who was like, yeah, I agree with that one. But like, don't put Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia in this game. Don't do that.
Oh, I
shit.
did see that. I was like,
There
Yeah,
are
I
better
guess-
Tales characters and better Tales games, but this is not that kind of podcast. So I will save that shit for my own YouTube channel when that happens in the future.
Yeah, I'm honestly sitting on the side of fucking Dante because like I can't. Out of all the characters I thought of, I was like, there's no character that actually would legitimately get hyped over, and especially all the guesses that everybody else. To me, the only thread that I keep hanging on is Doom. That's Doomslayer, just cause
I can't get behind it.
I
I
can't get
understand.
behind
I
it.
understand why, but like to me, he'd be so fun.
If
I like-
Doomslayer gets in,
I already like
Snake
playing Mii
needs
Gunner.
to get a gun.
But actually, like Mii Gunner, that actually has a purpose for why he uses a fucking gun, would be to me just.
You already have Sans.
It's shut up. This man, of course, I knew if I said that you were gonna say that. But my point stands is like a character that is like that because like I mean my main is Samus, so like I already like zoning. That should be the obvious guess of why I want Doom. But it's because I know his type of zoning is so different than just charging up a blast, shooting it. Doom, it's like any fucking. It's like, bro, it's an infinite pocket. He could pull out what the fuck he wants. That could be a whole ass mechanic in its own self. And that's why I go, Doom would be pretty fucking hype. I get why he wouldn't be in the game. I understand that. But to me, that'd be the only thread that I'm hanging on that's obviously unrealistic. That's my unrealistic thing. Other than that, I like hang on either like Crash, Dante, obviously, and Virgil, me personally, because I'd prefer.
If you really want to piss people off, you put in Virgil.
Exactly. And
The
that's
Marvel
why I would want
community
him
has
in.
already suffered that fate.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, my three kind of sort of real picks, like I can see happening, is Tracer, Crash, and Dante. My unrealistic pick is Ragna.
Why do you think that's unrealistic?
As much as I would love to see that happen,
It is-
that came at me out of nowhere. If
Ragna
Ragna
is the
in,
unrealistic pick. I can't see them putting him in Smash at all. But if he's in,
If they put Ragna in Smash, I'll play cross tag.
You
I'm
heard
not
it
gonna
here.
go that far.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it.
Hey,
On
he
the
didn't say
recording.
he's going to enjoy cross tag. He just said he's going to.
All right. I need to fly over to Sakurai for this moment. I need to see this. I need a solid month of playtime after this. If this happens, I need a solid month. This is a
like,
very
This
far-fetched
would be
thing.
the third bet that I've lost this month. I mean, this has to be the one that just give me a W.
He said, "I'm making it really difficult for you now, world. You can't fail me." And then just goes, boom, new character. He goes, the Blood Edge, and you're like, fuck. Okay.
Just fucking Rebellion. Ironically, his theme is called Rebellion.
Yeah.
The fucking that theme just starts playing, and I'm just like, well, it's a win-win, I guess. It's a win. I don't know.
Yeah, Ragnar's my unrealistic pick for like a lot of reasons. Because like why have a BlazBlue character when Guilty Gear is bigger than BlazBlue? We already got like the big fighting game guys in there. We don't really need another fighting game character with a fucking sword. Like that's a 2 for 2. The Smash community is gonna dunk on fucking Ragnar. Like they are going to kill him before he even comes out. It's I gotta do inputs and he has a sword? Come on. Like that's everybody.
In fairness, too, I will even go as far as to say if Ragnar did make it in, that would be another possible chance of me actually dropping Wolf as a main.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also because
Yeah.
Ragnar is literally the main that got me into fighting games. So that's...
Bro, I'll drop Incineroar for Ragnar. Shit.
I'd probably drop.
Terry's got me halfway there.
I'd
But
probably
Ragnar
drop-
will solidify it.
I'd probably drop Crom if that was the case too.
If Ragnar got announced?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you do actually. Okay.
What about you,
I
Brandon?
get so lost in thinking that Cross Tag's not actually a BlazBlue game that I forget that you actually know BlazBlue characters.
Yeah, despite the fact that they're not the selling point,
Okay,
even though it's in the title.
Hold up. That is 6 on the chalkboard for Charles, 0 still for Cross Tag.
Yeah, Brandon,
Just need to
who's
make
your,
that
who's your
clarified.
realistic guesses and who's your unrealistic guess?
So I think for a realistic guess, I'm gonna go with any like Arc System Works rep because we've gotten.
Oh, really? That's bold for a realistic guess.
Perhaps
Yeah.
Granblue? Smash?
Well, they're not even Arxis. That's
That's,
side games.
Well, no,
Yeah.
but
Like
I
side
was getting
games,
in
they
more
got
of that
money.
vein.
Grand Blue is big.
So I mean, I would
Because
say
they got money's an understatement.
I'd say if they had an Arc System rep, it would be either Ragnar or Soul. I would like to see those guys.
They put Soul in. I will not main the game, but I'll play competitively over most games that I play because Soul would give me a reason to be like, all right, Smash, all right. Because I thought Terry was gonna be like that for me, but then when I was playing Terry, I was just like, I wanted to play KOF. And then after that, I was just like, okay, well, it was fun doing the inputs and shit and learning the character, but like, I don't play Smash like that, like every single day. I only played like literally on occasions. I thought Terry was gonna get me back into it, but it wasn't enough. I thought it was gonna be, but
So then, obviously, we all like the Dante pick here. I wouldn't mind that. Unrealistic. You ready for this, Master Chief?
I feel like you
course.
have your picks flipped.
okay, I changed.
Because
Okay,
I think Master Chief is more realistic than
Okay,
Ragnar Soul.
I changed.
If I'm being
I changed.
50% honest.
I'm pulling back on Doom just because you said Master Chief because I would like Master Chief
See-
that much better.
Look, if they
And plus, Microsoft already managed to get Banjo.
exactly,
So they're more
that's
realistic.
that's
than
why
our guys.
that's why I'm thinking like, Master Chief could possibly he would more than likely play like Snake
On
in
another
a
note,
sense.
On another note, I forgot to add this pick because this is also one of my early guesses. I don't know if you would really want to put this in the unrealistic or realistic vein. Calling it here could also be Sekiro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just kind of thinking a little bit out there. I feel like Sekiro.
But
is
you
something-
still have to think about like how Sakurai views that game, and that's to me the main point, and that's why I don't say that. To me, when it comes to like any guest character for any games, I literally, as much as I love any FromSoft game, and Sekiro surprisingly is my least favorite out of all of them, I shaft all those games when it comes to anything fighting game related because I already know the stigma with how those games are, and it's not even because they're difficult, it's because of how people don't like the franchise because they're good. Everybody likes them because of how Dark Souls or how Bloodborne or how Sekiro looks, but like when it comes to actually knowing about it, it has just as much of a complicated like shithole fucking story when it comes to like, hey bro, so you caught up on BlazBlue and instantly you're just lost with people. And that's why I just go, it makes sense why it would get in there, but like at that point I'd feel like just about
I feel
anything
like-
else would get in before Sekiro would. But
I
Sekiro
feel-
still makes sense.
I feel like you would probably see like a FromSoft character in Soul Calibur before you see him. in
Exactly.
Smash Bros.
I could see that too.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, Soul Calibur's already rolling on 3 guest characters because Haomaru is coming in season 2. Like, bro, Sekiro or like anybody from Dark Souls or Bloodborne can pop up in that
No
game.
fucking Sekiro. Put in a Dark Souls character, specifically Artorias. Okay.
Everybody wanted Artorias in Smash.
Bro! Artorias in anything would be hype, bro. You guys can't sit here and tell me that a man who's went through hell and back and has lost his dominant sword-bearing arm has killed so many things with his left arm he does not have. He's literally, canonically, it's been told he does not know how to properly use a sword with his left arm. And that's the only fucking arm he wields it in when you fight him, and he goes ham on your ass. And just imagine what...
He sounds like one of those anime characters who's just all like, alright, you pieced me up, but here, let me just switch my sword hand real quick.
like, bro, like, if it doesn't make any more anime than what he already sounds anime, he gives Sif his shield, his trusty dog, his trusty pup, and Sif, when you fight him, uses his sword. In his mount, he hits you with the... Oh, nothing personal, kid. Like about 15 times. So like, I just want Dark Souls to get that like limelight that it doesn't get, because it gets its hype, but like everywhere else, it's like people don't really fucking care about like or know what Dark Souls is, but they know what Bloodborne and Sekiro is. So, and that's crazy.
Like the Dark Souls is pretty big.
No, it's big in knowing and understanding. To me, it's like surface level stuff. Like, you know that it's difficult, you hear that it's great, but then, like, beyond that, like, I know about, like, I want to say 2 people on, like, 50 million people I've ever interacted who've known what Dark Souls is, where they actually can have a conversation about Dark Souls or even like it.
So it's kind of like with me and, like, other people on Guilty Gear.
Exactly.
So I know exactly what you're
So it's like you can find people who like it, but the problem is, it's like, on a daily basis, I've had about, like, I want to say 2 to 5 conversations out of like the past 5 years where I can count literally that 5 conversations on my hand where I've actually had talking to people about Dark Souls and they actually kind of liked it.
Yeah.
And that's to me where I'm just like, I wish there was more for that. And I can tell you the amount of people who love Bloodborne. I can tell you the crazy amount of people who like Sekiro. And they're like, oh, it's because Bloodborne was my first game to the series. I'm like, bro, half of Bloodborne wouldn't even fucking exist without this game you don't like.
And I played Dark Souls and I played Bloodborne. I do prefer Bloodborne from a gameplay standpoint, but I'm not about to be all like, I'm not about to pretend Dark Souls
exactly
exist.
And that's where like most people that I talk to are, where they're just like, yeah, I just like Bloodborne just because you feel faster. I'm like,
I like the rally system. I like the aesthetic. I like the
but those are all fair points. Those make sense.
Yeah.
You're not coming from an ignorant standpoint and just saying, I just don't like it. And that's where I meet like most of the people who don't like Dark Souls, but then swear up and down Bloodborne is like best game ever.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Also, Bloodborne has the fucking Kirk hammer. That is like my favorite fucking weapon in video games, period. It's a sword, and then you sheath the sword into the hammer, and like it has the coolest animation because when you switch, it's just a satisfying click. It's like shh, and it's like, damn, that shit's cool. I love this weapon. I love this game. This is such a cool ass aesthetic. What the fuck?
All right, let's end the podcast. I'll start talking about like everything Bloodborne and Dark Souls related right now, and I could go literally on for hours.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to episode 3. We will be back. Let's see here. We actually missed a week due to some sickness on my end. I apologize for that.
Yeah, Brandon died and we couldn't do the podcast.
Everybody
thinks
so you know what? It actually works out perfectly because the next time we will record, it will be the weekend of the 14th and the 15th, and then the tournament will be the week after. So if we went on the original schedule, we wouldn't have been able to release an episode that week anyway. So it works out good.
Everybody, don't get sick.
Yeah, don't get sick. Don't let fucking bullshit distract you. Things like that.
Unless the bullshit is blazing, in which please let it distract you.
Oh, this bullshit blazing.
Well,
smell that?
Yeah.
It's a smell of the game right there.
I didn't know the game smelled like pizza.
If y'all don't open Guilty Gear Strive fresh day 1 and say that shit, you're dead to me.
Oh my, yeah. If you got
that,
I will record.
If you got the physical copy anyway.
Crack open the case. God, this bullshit's blood. Yeah, dude.
Just crack it open. It's like, I know the smell of the yam.
I'm gonna make sure I make the joke before anybody does. I'm
Yeah.
planning it now, and
Bro,
you guys
there-
are all gonna hate
there-
me.
there's
'Cause I'm
already-
gonna be the first one to make
I already
the
know that there's 50 people on Twitter who, as soon as that game launches, Guilty Gear Strive is going to be trending on Twitter, and 50 of those posts are going to be people opening the game and saying they know the smell of the game. And I'm going to be mad because my video is going to be drowned by all of this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's go Twitter.
Yeah.
That was the point.
Well, again, guys, thank you very much for listening. We hope you have a good Thanksgiving. Make sure you eat all of that food. Spend time with your families. Have your
Order ham instead of turkey because ham is the better Thanksgiving meat.
I
I have to do a hot take every podcast.
I personally like both of them, but Thanksgiving can make it or break it for me because of the mashed potatoes.
That's fair.
Mashed,
me- for me,
mashed
it's the mac
potatoes
and
are
cheese.
fucking fire.
I'm just
If,
ready
if,
for
if your
a
mac
food
and
coma.
cheese isn't on point,
Yeah.
I'm mad.
Yeah, make sure you guys don't get the itis.
Stay
That'd be
hydrated.
bad. That'd be bad. Stay hydrated. And
Drink
if
your
you
water.
and if you are going out Black Friday shopping,
Please be safe.
please be safe. Yes. So,
Don't kill anybody.
yeah, don't kill anybody. No one needs to get their head stomped in for a fucking TV.
And
even
please,
though
please
how
know there's no such thing as reversal DPs and invincible backdashes in real life. Please be careful.
yes.
Wait, so you're telling me I can't just backdash out of a situation with my TV in hand?
No, you can't.
Ah,
You
damn.
can backdash out of your parents arguing, but you can't backdash out of a punch at
If
Walmart.
you get lucky, you could get a flawless block.
You could parry it.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, we parry those, dude.
Okay, guys.
Perfect shields.
All right. All right, guys. Well, hope you have a good night. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Farewell. Oh, yeah.